Good rules.
Greetings, adventurers.
Dude.
And welcome to Laughable Odds. I'm Zach Caterly, your humble game master for tonight, and we are about to embark on an epic adventure full of laughter, camaraderie, and a few dicey situations. I'm joined by the fantastic crew of Laughable Odds. We have Christy, Noah, we have Eli, we have Isaac, and we have Judah. Nick is not able to join us tonight from Thanksgiving plans, and getting back into town late. So, with that, a few notable things to discuss, and then we'll jump into a recap. We stream every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, YouTube, live, and Twitch. Both those there. If you want to catch all of the episodes we've done so far, go to YouTube. You will find them all there under Laughable Odds. You can go through everything from the start to where we are now. We've been having so much fun.
So fun. So much fun.
We are using D&D 5th edition and set in a homebrew world called Zenith. Much to learn about this world, and so excited for you to experience it with us. We just finished what I would essentially wrap a bow on and say Arc 1, which is the origins of a prophecy. I don't have a great title yet for that, but we've truly eclipsed what is the beginning and what everybody's characters are being fleshed out to be into very unique, very individual characters that are on a journey and have no question about what's at stake. It is so exciting. But
just name it Let's Go, I guess.
yeah, let's go. So, before I jump into the actual recap, is there anything else I'm missing? I don't think so.
Everybody give Zach a round of applause.
Oh!
For epic booze.
Oh.
Oh. Also being a good DM, right, guys?
So. I got nothing. Without further ado, grab your snacks and get ready for an unforgettable adventure. Welcome to Zenith with Laughable Odds. I guess I missed this little note thing a little bit. Let me turn down the music a touch. I have been brainstorming a intro video thing.
Nice.
So that we can have some of y'all's characters introduced a little bit, and that we can kind of play along with Laughable Odds stuff. And I'm going to be working with Josh on that. So
Heck yeah.
I'm excited for that possibility.
It's a good idea. Or is.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to beat him in the weight loss challenge, and then I'm going to pressure him and be like, that's what you owe me. Right there. I need your editing skills to work. 100% of the time. 100% of the time. Yep.
Nailed it.
Recap. You guys were just in the void. You did not intend to be there, but you were on the path to find answers. Went through a magical portal, had a awful first day experience where you all almost died, but you pulled out the impossible. And in process, pulled out a skill, a ability that no one knew was possible. The ability to pull time back to where it started that day. With that crazy revelation of this time anchor being set and used, you guys ventured out on that same adventuring day with better choices, better strategies.
Less ravens.
Yeah. And more information. You guys had a quick jaunt at the Red Oak Temple where you fought a water leviathan that was streaking with lightning. You defeated it soundly, skinned it up, ready to make some armor out of it. Mm-hmm. And ventured inside, where you talked to a nymph that was a little creepy and very distrusting. She said you needed...
In a hot way, though.
Yeah.
Very unhelpful.
Yeah. It was, it was like one of those, like, it's hot, but it's the desert. Get me out of here. Like, it's uncomfortable,
We run towards red flags.
Yeah. We're not going into Death Valley without water. No, backtrack. All right, it's too hot. All right. Lost on that one. 4, you guys being offered to go through some trials to meet the Fey lady that was the Archfey that was supposedly at this temple. Only speaking to one of her followers.
Archfey.
Yeah, Archfey. That they seemed to be talking up that she was on equal playing field as the Archfey, the Queen of Darkness and Magic. But you guys picked up on the hints that she was not on the same playing field. And with this, you guys, not being able to get much information on the trials, said, no thanks. We'll come back if we need to. And she was only offering 3 answers to 3 questions, supposedly. You guys hightailed it, went carefully through the rest of the directions to the Queen of Magic and Darkness. And with that, you found, while coming into a shadow phase domain, unsettling, the answers were needed. And the answers you got, as she was very intrigued by all of you, and your presence suddenly appearing within her ability to perceive out of nowhere. This jump through time puts you now in her knowledge, her purview, and said, I want to know these people. And indeed, she's got to glimpse into each one of y'all's brains, your memories, your moments, all these different things, and started to speak about this crazy divine spark of power and potential that rests within each one of you. It's linked to a very powerful prophecy. One potential timeline that could come true. One that she fears is oh so telling to come true. The fact of each one of you being there out of nowhere and having essentially up to this point defied all odds. And with that, she looked to awaken that potential with a series of epic boons and awakening of precious artifacts you guys had in hand. One being her very own mace that she had gifted to your ancestors long time ago, and thus where your family got the name Moon Blessed, and have risen in influence and standing through time, and has been still standing. And you had no knowledge of this. Verlaine was surprised, to say the least. And with that, got to really see, what's the name of your weapon?
The Lunar Aegis.
The Lunar Aegis. To really see the power of this thing now starting to come from a dormant state to awakened state, and which has some fancy cool new abilities. And every single player here not only got to hear a little bit about specifics of their prophecy and kind of what's in the works or potential for them, but also an individual representation of their unique choices and powers. That each one of them has gotten a severely awesome boon that is really jumped y'all standing. And that is only going to grow with you as you learn to embrace that potential and you grow with it. So, really fun toys last time. You guys got some really cool gifts and cool things. And you got the knowledge of one very key important thing. that important thing was that the ripples you create are going to turn into mighty waves that will echo through the sea of eternity. And you, sir, are in charge of some of those ripples. And the very first ones that you have to make to turn into waves is getting your great-grandfather, Cedric, set up to establish the house of which you're from. And that task is what's at hand right now. As you guys finish talking with the Queen of Darkness and Magic, made it all the way back to Zenith through a portal, and are now back within Zenith in the Giant District. And you guys are around a campfire, all ready to settle in for the night, and starting to realize, oh gosh, everything that's at hand of what's to be accomplished, and really no understanding of what direction y'all are going to accomplish it. But you have some really cool powers and abilities that are now new at your disposal. If you wanted to talk about any of those or any of your possible plans before your long rest, you're welcome to do so. But I know you guys are setting up the Lehman's tiny hut for a safe jungle night's rest.
Yes.
And taking every precaution. But if you guys want to talk in a group setting or split off into different watches throughout the night to talk about anything, you're welcome to do so. I leave it in y'all's hands.
Can't explain it, but I feel stronger. Crazy.
I think things have just changed very significantly.
How does one start a noble house?
It's a bad sign that you're the one asking that question.
The easy answer seems to be money and extortion, but I don't think we should do that. Or maybe we should.
It's probably money and influence.
Gain through extortion?
Sure.
Sendo literally just said that.
Do the ends justify the means at no time?
Cedric kind of chirps up a little bit and goes, you know, I don't know all of what has transpired, but I feel like I'm missing something. So we're starting this house.
Yes, our house.
Our house. And what is it founded on? What beliefs, what principles, what tenets? I mean, are we a bad house? Are we evil? Are we...
No, we're good. We're,
That's what you think.
the pursuit of knowledge of...
I mean, do we want to change that right here and now?
I mean,
I'm joking.
Change the catchphrase.
If I remember correctly, it would be the pursuit of, like, magical knowledge of artifacts. Is that what it was?
Yep. And this the pursuit of those artifacts,
Yeah.
magic, time, and also wisdom.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It would be about, pursuing magical artifacts, knowledge about them, wisdom. It's all about book smarts.
So, with that,
Should we work on amassing magical items?
I mean,
Probably.
that's one direction. I mean, if you guys have information about said items or such that we could track down, or if we just go hunting, but without knowing the history or origins expressively or specifically, there's also ways where we could...
We'll have to ally ourselves with a larger organization and work the way up the ranks there to gain any kind of influence, possibly. Or we could use our time magic to win it big at a casino.
Now that's a good way. If we're talking about a house specified in time and wisdom, making really strategic gambling decisions that everybody thinks is impossible is one way to start it and get traction, at least going.
Is there
And
a
then-
difference between being extremely wealthy and being noble?
Is there? In this world?
I mean, I think there's something to have of. I specifically don't know.
Yeah, I have to. I want to get to the library.
It's probably a good start.
Yeah.
But talking also about wisdom and stuff, I mean, if we were to essentially warm up to another house and be an advising body with y'all's foresight and knowledge of time.
Well, the issue with that is getting in the front doors. They're not just going to let anybody in. We have to have any kind. We have to already have influence. We're starting from the ground up. We don't know anybody. There's nothing we can really do except for work our way up or try to find ways to. I mean, I guess finding magical items would be a good idea.
You know, we are like kind of strong now. We could just go like fight in arenas or something, and you could like make us win.
I could just make us win.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh god. Well, I mean, if we did.
I mean, if we set up a particular person in a bout that we anonymously back, and we give them certain advantages. And if we can do it twice because you messed up the first day, got a chance.
A lot of our resources that we can do to alter things aren't spells. So we can alter fights in ways you normally wouldn't be able to because it would be noticed.
Yeah.
If you have somebody watch the combos enough, maybe you can, react or employ a strategy around that.
It'd be almost like having the foresight to spell, knowing what they're going to do before they do it.
But wouldn't that kind of be making a house off of power and force and not knowledge and magic?
Gotta start
Well-
somewhere.
Well, what if that's just the anonymous beginnings of getting influence?
You become your
Maybe that's-
backers, and then you start your house off on a better foot.
Right. Like, what if it's just a ripple that starts us down a path?
There's always making. I need so many answers. Like, how much money do we actually have?
It was like 80
Something like that.
around, like everyone.
That's
Like 80 or
a
something.
lot, right?
But I don't know.
80 gold.
I mean, it's worth more.
That's not much, right?
If we sell magical items that technically belong to Boblin right now, what happens?
That's a good question.
Do we have any small items that we wanted to test? Because it's like if literally the fine print was if you give this item to somebody else, it goes away.
Yeah.
What's funny
But
about
that deal
that?
hasn't been made yet.
He's
What's
not
funny?
alive, probably.
What's funny about the possibility is like, say the second Boblin learns how to do like the recalling magic on items,
Mhm.
that gets them to come to him, and then he learns it, and then it's like inventory. It's like, what just happened? This is my rune.
I could
The problem is
probably.
our skill set's kind of random. Like we kind of just do well at whatever.
How old is Mr. Z? That could be a good start.
Do you know how old Mr. Z is?
Oh, do I? Very old, probably. Would I know? Do I need a roll history check?
Yeah, go for it.
My history plus.
But you got doodads.
I do have doodads. I will add a doodad. Okay, so that's 17. I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything in history, so just 17.
You're trying to think of his race,
Mhm.
and you're like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's an elf, and elves live a long time.
Yeah.
Could be a young elf. It's hard to tell with
Yeah.
pressure.
Unknown.
You know, you obviously would know where your house would be in the future in the human district, right?
Yes.
That's also something we should probably look into if we do go to a library.
That is a good starting point, because then if we know who owns it, we can figure out how to claim or get it.
These might be a bad idea, but we could just go like kill a dragon and steal its horn.
That's also another. That's another. I mean, it's a dangerous move, but it's a move.
Yeah. As long as we don't go for like an ancient dragon or something, I
Right.
think we could take on a mid-level dragon.
I'm sure there's got to be an adventuring guild that knows where one is located. They usually have tabs on that sort of thing.
That's true.
Could get
We'd-
rich again.
we'd just have to make sure it's isolated itself from everyone else, not just other dragons.
Probably.
Which dragons tend to do, but if we just go wandering into the dragon district and kill a dragon, and then, you know,
Yeah, that might be a
it gets
target on
back
my.
to the,
You know, I think that first point that we were looking for was safety. 'Cause I gotta make it until we can reproduce at least.
I don't doubt
That means I've gotta find a what? There's no hope for you.
Kind of seems like gambling is the best option.
Honestly.
What if you two just aren't involved in the gambling directly, so there's no any anonymous?
Sure.
He can gamble. He looks like he gambles.
I don't know if that's an insult or.
You have you have 4 horns?
Yeah.
It's a lot. Why? There's a piercing and a horn.
Yeah.
There's a chain.
I'll keep a ring on that one.
Could be the face.
I can't really lie, so I don't know if I would be the best one to try to gamble and get money.
But you'd be such a convincing face, like, oh, look at me win. My first time.
Oh, true, technically, right?
I don't know how I keep doing this.
Can't say that.
We have a lot of questions, and they're all going to be hopefully answered in the central trading hub.
I think library is a good place to start.
Yeah. It is.
Out of this time, Oberon's been extremely quiet. He's been sitting there, and you see him looking at the loot in his hands, and it seems like he's been having a conversation quite extensively back and forth about so much. And eventually you guys kind of notice and pick up on that, and he starts to notice you pick up on that, and he's like, what a miss. What are you doing?
Talk over there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your
Anything I
loot,
need to know?
Your loot doesn't know how to start a noble house, does he?
1 second. Just talking to the loot. It has a lot to say. Still further talking and waiting, and the time seems to be rather long. And it comes back and goes, he says sometimes nobility starts with being honored by like a king, a royal, someone that appoints a new lord over a land or region,
Right.
and has influence and power through the authority of another.
What if we waited until the king died, rolled back the time, and then saved him?
Or we could find a problem that needs to be solved.
What if we assassinate the king?
We cannot do that.
If we take the current
That's all
owner,
right.
Attempt to assassinate, and the rest saved.
if we take the current owner of the property,
Both saving someone who has died and trying to kill someone who is not yet supposed to be dead both seem like very
Splashy.
time-changing options.
Not pebbles, mountains.
So maybe not that idea.
Gambling.
Gambling. That is the easiest.
I don't feel like I can attempt his voice right now for Oberon, but Oberon would say that kind of filled him in the loot on a bunch of what kind of is at stake, but because he's been asleep for a lot, so I've been trying to answer his questions, but he's pretty smart, and he says that, I mean, as he can listen to all of you and take in conversation, so he's kind of getting up to speed with more and more we talk, but he says if you're on a path of destiny, if you save someone, maybe that was always the path it was, maybe those are the mountains that need to be there.
Now the headaches start.
So I don't think there's any way that we can know what needs to change, but for a noble house to become, it involves some pretty big changes. So
What if we just started the house and then just propaganda our way to the top, paid people to be like, this is a cool house.
also he said that there, if you wanted to get there through means of fighting or means of professions, Zenith's ranking systems are about your contributions to Zenith as a whole. So sometimes the leaders in a district are literally the best farmers in the that are feeding Zenith, have made remarkable changes, or own the most land, or that have grown perspectives, fields. But also the fighters are always among the top leaders and champions of a district because of their power and no one being able to challenge that. So fighting isn't a bad way to go either, to rise through the ranks of importance. However, I don't know if we're going to make Cedric that fighter anytime soon. But we could get him better at magic, and we could be putting him into some things like that. And if he's going to be over a house of magic and other things, we need to progress. Maybe we get him a teacher. Or maybe we are the teachers?
I did.
Maybe it's trial by experience?
I really did think about enrolling him in the academy and just letting him learn there while we go and figure out this stuff.
It's not a bad start. Cedric goes, school? I mean, I learned pretty well on my own. I mean, you've seen what I've been able to do.
So imagine if you had a teacher.
And
But I mean, if I spend, we spent one night together and we figured out your artifact thing.
Figured out a strong word.
Got lucky.
Honestly, there's a lot that I don't know, and we need to advance you further than myself at this point.
I mean, I am farther than you, though.
Shots fired.
All right.
So proud of you. Fighting or gambling seems like the best option.
Gambling is probably the easiest.
Yep.
I don't think the academy's a bad idea.
I think it's a good idea.
I think it sucks, but I'll do it.
I think that you don't know the first thing about noble etiquette either.
Opinion doesn't matter.
There's so many things that are not just spells that you have to learn. You have to learn how to talk to the nobility. You have to learn how to weave within the nobility like it's all flawless. You have to know which spoon goes on the left, which one goes on the right, where the forks are going. You have to learn how to dance. You have to learn how to do all of these things.
So,
Why would you need 4 spoons?
That's why he's not the best.
You need to know which bowl is for washing your hands and which one's not soup. That happens all the time.
I mean, this makes sense, but, I guess you're right. There's a lot I do need to know.
If it makes you feel better, I hated it too. But it's something we have to learn. Because I can't get you involved with any kind of influence if you don't have the mannerisms to be able to be within the noble households.
Guess we have a bit of a journey. So, we figure a way to get me into the academy.
I mean, that's easy, just money. We got that bit.
And they train those types of things
Yeah.
at the academy?
don't
Or
know,
we
would
also
they?
need to get a
Tour.
tour.
Etiquette's
Etiquette?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, weird one. What if we got rich
Uh-huh.
and then we gave it to him because he invented something, so he could then be rich through legit means and also have reputation for inventing something?
I mean, if you were going to invent something, the academy would be the best place to do it.
Well, then we could launder the success.
True. All we're doing is funding.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually brilliant. But also, you know what's important 200 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
And if we go experience what's now that you don't see, if you see something that doesn't exist yet, maybe I'm the reason it comes about.
Cash cab.
Yes.
Slow grind.
Do they have airships yet? Do we know how they work?
He goes,
We don't have any idea
I
how they work.
don't- I don't know what an airship is.
Okay.
All I know is that it had some kind of arcane battery, but I didn't have enough time to study it. I was on my to-do list.
I slept most of it, but I gleaned no knowledge.
Or
It is
even
one.
simpler, magical engines. If we could even make like a simple one, if it's not
Right.
something that's
It doesn't
made.
even. It doesn't have to be the final product.
Yeah.
It
Right,
could just be
just
the
the
first
start.
step in the process.
Exactly.
A lot of good ideas. What if we just go and see what pans out?
So you have to take a look around to see what even isn't currently existing.
Yeah, maybe there's a quest to kill a dragon and the problem solves itself.
Yeah, I definitely think that doing favors for noble houses will, one, give us funds, and two, get us standing in the community to build towards having our own house.
The issue, yeah, and that's yes, that is the end goal, and we have to get to the point where we're even being entertained by any kind of nobles even seeing us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard part.
So, academy
Academy.
for Cedric. Us get money,
Mm-hmm.
find something to invent.
I mean, we did pretty well with Chino, and our standing did grow pretty quickly. So we just have to find the Chino of today.
Or we find technology we know is going to work and he invests in that technology.
Yeah,
So do some research.
yeah. Like McGubbins.
The Hunters Guild is still a thing, right?
You're not sure?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of answers in the central trading hub.
So this is the collective campfire experience right now. You guys post up on taking care of your watches, if any, while you have the Lehman's tiny hut. Is there any pairing off or conversations y'all want to do, or y'all want to go ahead and push towards the new day?
I would just take a few hours to try to copy. We're gonna trade spell books.
Sweet.
So I just need to know what he has.
All right. So
So you
it's a decent pool. So I will.
Cedric, take the
We don't have to
first
worry
watch.
about that right now. If you want to just.
I will hand this over to you
Okay,
and
perfect.
let you peruse, and you can. I guess you could pick out one or two as goals because you're just gonna need time.
Yep.
He remember he told you he inherited this spell book.
Right.
Da, 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 da.
We also were doing something else. I don't know if we want to start yet on that armor,
Yeah.
but that's the only thing I could think of that I would want to do.
I want to take one of those.
Here is his spell book.
And
These are
cast
only the
lightning
ones
rod
that are
already
up to 5th level in the spell book.
Gotcha.
There are ones higher, but even 5th is higher than what you can use right now.
Mm-hmm. Let me.
Actually, the
There we go.
armor may need to wait because I don't think I have Smith's tools. I have proficiency, but I don't think I have any on me. So unless anyone else has the tools for that, we would need to wait.
We'll just buy some. They're pretty cheap though.
Yeah.
$50. And we have
already
left
left.
over.
Wait, what are we buying for 50,000 gold?
No. 50 gold.
Perfect.
Just smith's tools so we can make armor for Alberon out of the scales of the lightning thing.
Lightning Leviathan.
Yep.
Sounds like a superhero.
Mr. LL.
Okay, so it's 2 hours per spell level and 50 gold per spell level.
Correct.
Yeah.
Unless you have an ability that lets you do it sooner, or you're of the same school
Correct.
of magic. He is an order of scribes, and he can actually copy things faster.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely let him use Gift of Alacrity.
Okay.
So you can copy that down as the first level, so it'll take him 30 minutes.
Sweet.
No, an hour.
You can go ahead into that add page tab and add it for him too.
One actual solid investment might be whatever metal the Warforged are made out of, right? Because we know they just go crazy. Whatever that mining operation is.
True.
Cedric got his hands in that. That's like clean. That's like a clean, respectable investment.
Mm.
Start a portfolio.
Another thing that was pitched before is that if you can feel confident about his path forward in security, and you feel confident you can come back to the same time, then you could leave to the present and come back. However, you don't want to leave the past until you are confident about him being on the right path, or else you have a chance for this guy to be no more.
Gotta get him set up at least a little bit before we leave.
You gotta know how much of a part you play, and what's your window of getting back to keep him on that part. Because even if you found a way to particularly like, all right, here's your path, here's your investment, here's what the next 5 years are going to look like, and then you come back in 5 years and you set up on a new plan, like, you could do that, you could strategize, but you have to be very confident in what you're doing and how you're doing it, and that you can get back to that point, or else you risk it all going haywire. So.
So to the central trading lab we go.
We got sleep.
Long rest.
Yeah.
So is there anything else anybody wants to talk or navigate between any individuals about anything before we move?
This is just a thought that doesn't actually matter. We're gonna look so different at this ball once we finally get there. Once we go back, we're so different already. I'm just thinking about the ball that we have to go to for Chino.
I've never been fancy before though.
Oh, we fancy.
But now if we're gonna stay here 2 years, we're gonna be looking like old. Once by the time we get
You
to the
won't
ball.
look
I
any
won't.
different.
He already
I
looks old.
I don't think 2 years ago.
I don't think any of
Okay,
y'all are gonna look
just
enough
a
different.
thought.
Y'all are in y'all's prime age, unless y'all have some kind of grievous injury that's sustained, which you could probably explain away.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
It's true.
We do have shenanigans as part of our identity, so.
It's true. Anywho, that was all. Just a
But
thought.
it's worth chewing on. I wouldn't spend 100 years here.
Yeah.
No. Definitely not.
the world.
I would be dead, and he would definitely be dead.
If I can get to level 20, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
For 100
probably you'll be
years.
fine. How long do you live?
It depends on what level I am.
Just like baseline.
Could be what, like technically close to 1,000. If
Right.
if without it, probably like 90, I guess.
So
Human
regular.
lifespan, yeah.
Dang. Better hurry up.
Yeah. We're trying. We're killing stuff, man.
Clock is ticking.
That's his line.
So you guys get through the night, and you guys get a long rest. You can hit that button, and you can feel like you guys are right on the precipice of getting even more power than what you've already acquired. You're right there at it, and who knows what will teeter you over the edge to the next level. But you guys get a good long night's rest.
I squished a button.
Yes! Roll that hit die. No. You all wake up the next morning, and the sun's rising up. Lehman's tiny hut is shimmering off and going away. And as you guys all start rousing and coming to, one does not. Oberon does not.
You don't wake up.
He's still laying down. You guys have given him a good extra 30 minutes of beauty sleep and started getting your rations and eating and starting to get ready to roll out before you pick up on it first. He starts in his sleep kind of like moving, rumbling a little bit, and starts uttering something. Providence. Providence.
I kick him in the boot.
You kick him. He's locked into something. A dream, a vision, a stance, something's... You can see his eyes moving around behind his eyelids. He's experiencing something.
I wonder if this would be a time to figure out I can read people's minds. I don't know how to do that. Just focus real hard. And
Yeah?
what is he thinking? What's happening in there?
Alright. So as you are leaning into the thought, the possibility of trying to, like, what's going on? You know? It's as if part of your psychic powers opens up and you have the ability to detect his thoughts. And at surface level, it's anxious. It's not necessarily scared, but cautious. And determined. Very determined. And these are his surface level feelings and things, and the thoughts that kind of race over. What is this oath? This oath of providence. What does that mean? What is that path? I'm and stammering over these different words in combination in a surface level. Do you want to push deeper?
Yes.
Alright. So, for that... Are you done with my phone?
About to be.
Okay.
But
I'll give it back in a second.
you're good.
I'm going deep into the mind of Oberon. It is a very scary place.
Let us load.
Do we have dispel magic in the party besides?
Okay.
What is your
Okay.
DC on your spell
I can
save?
get it at the beginning of the day if we need it. Do you have it?
That's
Yeah,
why I was asking.
Yeah, I got it.
Cool.
Spell save DC 13.
Okay. He fails. With this,
I'm in that brain.
you are pushing ever so deeper into the target's mind. And you are seeing that he's in a deeply kind of self-inflicted state of turmoil, basically. Of what did the Queen of Darkness and Magic mean when it said it was the oath was inside him that he needed to take? And if he was ready to take that oath, kneel and be ready for that. And he did so. And he didn't know what it meant. And right now he's tracing over this in his mind. And it's as he's tracing over this in his mind, you don't know if he's even gotten a long rest the entire night. He seems to be sweating. He seems to be, see him somewhat in an exhausted state. You don't know if he's been locked in this almost all night. Whatever he's going through. And it's as you're probing and picking apart, trying to find the answer, that...
I want to use my telepathic speech and talk to him while he's sleeping and say, whatever you're struggling with, we'll figure it out together.
Aww.
Wake up.
That's so sweet.
You hear a very startled voice come back, and it's Oberon without the pot in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie?
Yep.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Wow. You're in my dream?
Kind of.
What does it mean?
I don't really know myself at this point.
You should have gaslit him and said, I don't know if you're dreaming.
Make a insight or investigation check.
Do an insight check.
As you kind of probe deeper into his mind and...
That's a natural 20.
You know everything.
You're on this ability to detect thoughts, to peer into an insightful nature, this psychic ability. You have the questions asked from Oberon. And so it's almost as soon as you spit out, I'm not sure, that your mind begins to question what you're even looking at inside his mind as a picture. And it's as if you pulled the clouds away and you showed a path. And Oberon immediately goes, thanks, Ronnie, I see it now.
Anytime, bud.
And you see him start walking on this in a peaceful, wordless state, walking. And in your mind, you feel like you've helped him on whatever journey he's moving on. As that's the end of your minute, wraps up. May have been slightly longer, but you come back to, and he's still there. Eyes are twitching a lot less, and he's not mumbling anything, but he's just laying there, completely flat, in a somewhat unconscious state.
Somebody write down Dreamwalker as part of my moniker.
So you can add Gift of Alacrity
Okay.
to your spells. I've already subtracted the gold. D&D Beyond's weird because Gift of Alacrity isn't technically a wizard spell, it's a chronologist spell.
Okay.
You can learn it as another wizard, you just don't have it available, so it's the
Okay.
homebrewed version of it.
Sounds good.
But I'm going to show him how to cast it on people, so showing him how to actually cast the spell, and I'll cast it also on people, so...
Okay.
Like, Ryan, you want to be a test subject?
I
Thank you! And I'll show him how to cast Gift of Alacrity. I'll go ahead and cast it early and make you feel better.
Are you supposed to touch him there?
No.
That's just a personal.
It's a personal choice.
Whatever you want.
Alright, now cast it on Boot. I mean, Sandal. On him.
Touch me.
Don't be scared. He bites.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no!
One.
So this went really awry, and he cast the wrong spell. What is your current hit points? I'm just kidding.
How much does it need to be?
At least 100.
I'm dead.
Imagine that.
I
was just practicing.
Mine.
We're like, go back.
Yeah.
Where do you start?
Quickly.
He does cast Gift of Alacrity,
Thank
and
you.
he's got that now transcribed into his abilities. So that's marked off one first level spell slot, right?
Yep. So you
He's
can-
also going to cast Mage Armor on himself. Unsure of what today is going to happen, but
Yep.
rather be prepared.
All right. Which one of you wants Gift of Alacrity?
I won't say no.
All right. You want to give the other person advantage?
I was gonna say
Cool.
whoever doesn't get it
You
gets
get Gift of
advantage.
Alacrity.
So you get advantage.
Make sure everybody has gotten rid of all of their temporary hit points.
Temp
Yep.
HP.
Do you have aid for today?
I need to see if I can take that.
I don't have it, unfortunately, because I
I
can't.
don't think I have access to it.
If I don't already have it, I can do that. 'Cause it's the
Um,
beginning of the day.
And then I'm gonna cast Tensor's Floating Disc as a ritual, and I'm gonna put Oberon on it.
You taking me?
Yeah, that'll help. So you have to recast that every hour?
Is it replacing an important
Probably.
spell?
Yes.
Okay. So give you guys a little small minute respite,
Mm-hmm.
but you guys
Um,
put them on this little cool
I took it
floating
against
silver
ability 'cause
disc.
I know Auburn has that, and I wasn't
I got that
sure
one
if we were
from-
gonna need it.
You have lesser rest.
Nice.
No, I don't.
We'll just alternate.
Yeah.
You have passed
He's
out
like,
trace,
if
right?
I ride on the
I'll
disc,
get rid of passed
I
out
can
trace.
cast it while we're still
And
traveling, and then I'll
Okay.
take over,
Nice. Perfect.
and then you could do the same, and then
Yep.
seamless. We never have to stop.
Yep. Perfect.
We just have to guess when the time's up.
I could just carry him.
This is more fun.
Look at it.
It's floating. You get better sleep this way.
Okay.
Doesn't even have wheels.
Okay, so they do have wheels.
We could reinvent it.
It's really like a mesh ball.
If we stick around long enough, we could find Silverhawk and figure out how she became Wheels.
True.
She alive? She's human? Or is she elf?
You don't know for sure. Don't know for sure.
She got pointy ears?
There's somewhat with the half elves. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Depends.
Third level expended, everyone gets 10 HP added to their max from 8.
Fantabulous.
Everyone?
Pretty sure, right?
How many characters?
Oh, it's 3. Never mind. I thought
Alright,
it was another.
gotta pick
so
3 people.
You, and probably me? Or should we protect the archer?
The archer has more hit points than all of us.
So we'll do the
Yeah,
wizard.
She does not. I have 82.
Oh.
So you 3. I don't think I need it.
At 10?
Was that with aid or
That's
without?
my max
No, that's
HP
without.
modifier down here.
Yes.
Because I have really pretty good con, so I can't roll less than average on level ups.
Me either, but I still suck.
Yeah, I had 65. And it's like. But I have extra helpfuls.
Yeah, that's true. Cool. Alright, all the buffs are out. Cool.
You didn't say me, right? Not
Yeah,
me.
so these 3.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I don't think you get to add more for higher level. I think
I
it's
don't
just
think
health.
I need it, but.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no, so there's 3
What
targets.
is this last? Oh, that's only an hour. Never mind. Not yet.
Cool.
We tanky.
Or do we? Who we buffed? Cedric. Because I could, yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to.
If we're keeping
'Cause it's
watch,
only an
we won't get
hour.
jumped, so we'll be able to see stuff that's
Yeah.
coming, theoretically. Especially if Ronnie's invisible and scouting ahead.
Yeah, I think we're good then.
I was planning on taking Find Familiar next level. Well, I guess I don't need it because you have.
I have it for one of my wild shapes.
Nice.
And it lasts for 3 hours right now.
Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty good.
Guess that's the only downside is it's not permanent.
Yeah, that's true. I might take it eventually.
But it comes back on a short rest, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys are traveling towards the central trading hub, and moving through the jungle,
Stealthily.
and heading towards what you are. Your goal is getting to the gate from the Giants District and being able to get past and head into the central trading hub. As you guys are adventuring on the way, you are just an hour or so into your adventure, just heading in a southern direction. Go ahead and make a survival check as you're leading the way. Guidance doesn't work for a long-term thing.
Yeah, it only works up to a minute.
Say
And
six.
it'd be plus
Have advantage for anybody helping you.
I just knew.
Can we help?
Yeah, you can help.
That is a 16.
All right. So, you guys are keeping an idea of what might be a path there, rather than just the direction south. You're getting more inclined with it's not directly south. It's overall in that southern direction, but you have to head a little bit more eastward, and kind of corrects you a little bit. And you even find, after another hour or two, a good sizable road. It seems to be pretty well traversed with massive ruts in it, what seem to be very, very large wagons that travel across this very wide road. Potentially, what giants are using, potentially to pull and move things. You know, you guys are getting closer and closer to what would be the most interior portion, as you are definitely out of more of the hill giant territory, and you're starting to see even smaller folk in the distance, little villages and things near this main road that are full of many other different giant kin. And you see them from a distance, and as you guys travel in a group, you know there's no way that you're going to just be out of sight forever. You're heading into town. You know, you're trying to get to the central hub, trading hub, trying to pass through a restricted access in and out. As soon as you guys are moving that way, you're seeing these different little villages and towns and stuff and farmland around grow even more populated, to getting closer to where this main entrance and therefore pass and port is. Eventually you come to a little bit more of clearing stuff, see rolling farm sides, villages that are filled with some half giants and other some Goliaths even, and rather tall folk overall, somewhere between 7 and 8 feet tall, some of them, and they seem to be carrying on overall modest life and lifestyle. Everything that you're kind of seeing all through here, there are some ogres, and there are even some trolls that have different little small separated demographics of somewhat coercion, or not coercion, but cohesion of like working together while having still a separation. They're not all neighbor side by side, but it's like, okay, there's this little pocket over here. Oh, you can tell even from a distance, there's like 8 or 9 trolls. There's no other green fellowed folk over there. They have their own little community. And then you go further on. But you guys travel over the next 2 additional hours. So you're about 5 hours roughly into the day, and are getting closer and closer in the direction. Before a cart is headed y'all's way, and you've already passed one or two along the way that were smaller and held by seemingly farmers that had no interest in talking or even making really eye contact. We're just on their routine. But this one seems to be a merchant of some type. Harking wares and trying to sell things and going, "All right, get your mead, the finest mead, all town. Come on, anybody, you lot, you look interested. You look parched. Parched for wares? Let me show you what I got. Come here, step over here." And he stops up, he opens the side of the wagon, and a little menu folds down. And it's got a bunch of different types. He's like, "Well, you see, we started off with a lofty goal of creating 12 distinct meads for each of the districts of Zenith. And we got stopped around 3. All right, so we have a giant's mead, we have a dragon's mead, and we have this mead. This mead here is my bestseller. We really pretty much have perfected the mead. All right, straight from local sourced bees."
Inside.
Inside and Reddit. Nat 20.
You rolled a natural 19. You're like,
He wins.
chumming along. Ah, yeah, this sounds good. This is inventory he's not able to move. He has a lot of it. He looks ready to discount it heavily. Who knows what it is and where it's from.
Okay.
You're looking at some of the materials in the cart, looking at how all of them have one label. There's nothing of the other two. There's really only one choice. And you're piecing together the nature of it and just seeing past the facade.
I would hack with him, but I don't think I need meat.
I have no mead.
Listen. This right here, great for allergies. You take a little bit each day. Wonderful. You're allergic to mother-in-laws? This works.
That I believe.
Bottle a day.
I think we'll pass.
If you know anybody looking for mead, point my way.
Doesn't mean
Send him
you
to you.
And you guys continue on into the village per se, and you're getting closer and closer, and you're starting to see small little kids that are running around. You see one group here. They seem to be several kids that are all mixed, boys and girls and such, of all different little races of the giant kin world. And there is one that's being teased and kind of bullied. It seems to be an Etten, 2 heads, probably about 4 foot in size. Rather small child.
Polymorph into a T-Rex.
I'm just gonna go invisible and push the kids down.
The others being anywhere from 6 feet tall as kids to 3 or 4 feet tall. There's various different kin here. They're definitely picturesque children, but they're all of various different statures and strengths as they are teasing and picking on it. And it seems that one Etten head is starting to cry, and the other one's getting ready to fight.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up, put my hand on my shoulder, and say, "By the way, what's your name?"
What do you? Who are you?
Thanks for saving me and all of us from those dragons yesterday. We would be dead without you. Really, we appreciate it. I did not know someone that small could be that crazy. Have a good one.
All of the other kids immediately look that way. Make a deception.
Better run and start pushing some kids.
Yeah.
16?
16? Yeah. Oh, dragons? I haven't seen any dragons. There's no dragons around here.
Not anymore.
Who are you? Around? What do you mean? You just killed him? And then another one, like, you think he can't fly?
I'll walk up and I'll start hovering.
He's full of magic. He's floating.
10 out of 10, and I'll make my hands morph into bear hands when I do like 10 out of 10. Just to freak out.
You've got some powerful friends. And he starts taking a few steps backwards. Overall, you can see there's an uneasiness level for both of y'all, displaying some kind of level of magic. Roll an intimidation check.
I'm so good at charisma things.
Yeah, I'm terrible at these. Why are we even attempting?
I don't know.
Just put them on.
8.
7.
Where's Barbara?
Alright.
If I don't believe it exists, it doesn't exist.
And
That's a
Nuclear option.
As it looks like this this child ogre, it seems to kind of be the muscle or the main bully of this group, and he's figured out what to do. And you can see the other ones kind of look into his lead of like, what do we do? Like, do we laugh him down? Like, you know, like, make the move, boss. And he's like, we'll see you later.
We tell you to think carefully, but I don't think you think.
I'm gonna go behind Relay and turn invisible and trip the big kid.
Okay, as he's backing away, make a slide and check.
I'm gonna catch
At
him
advantage.
meditation, make it look like he peed his pants.
Actually, in my district, we have a name for that. Pants fear.
That's 21.
Bro, litter box.
So, as it seems to be him taking on a tough face in the form of what seems to be these group of strangers with magical abilities, him going, it's not real if you don't think it is, and then telling him, we'll see you later. And they see him like, he starts to backing away and trying to be all tough, and he slaps down in mud, just splashing out. The other kid's like, and they look down, and he's this huge pee stain.
Pants fear.
As you start to make this, as they're like, and they're
villain.
pointing and laughing at this event, and it seems to exasperate. And the one head of the Etna that was about to cry was like, yeah. And it seems to overall him starting to get up and, yeah, I didn't pee myself. It's just water from the mud. And next thing you know, he's storming off, and the rest of them are following and laughing and pointing and such.
Our job's done here.
Yeah,
Yes.
we did a good thing here.
Don't bully.
As you guys continue about your little travels through here,
Well, we gotta talk to this kid now.
you totally can. Yeah,
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Yeah, I was about to punch their face in.
You look like it.
I was ready to. This one over here, softy, holding me back. They just really said some hurtful things. That's really funny. Did you guys do that?
Yes.
That was really nice. And I'm really appreciative of that.
You know, and I've never heard this before, but maybe you should work together because 2 heads are better than 1.
That's
That's what my parents always said. Oh.
Write it down.
Yeah. Well, I was a little extra upset because they didn't come home yesterday. And
Oh, shit.
just
That's a
I was just and they were making fun of me because I was mentioning it, and
Yeah, walk.
We had to talk to him.
Oh, no.
That sounds really tough. Alright.
Don't actually fight dragons because you probably die.
yeah, there's no dragons in the Giant District ever. No one would ever allow
Not
that.
anymore.
Yeah, they came through. We dealt with them. Yeah. Get it together. Okay.
Because of us. Not because of us. Because of Oberon. We had nothing to do with it.
So is one pouting a little bit and crying and trying to shake it off, and seeming to keep dwelling back on missing their parents. She's only been gone a day. It's fine. And the other one seemed to be getting over it.
Are there adults around?
They seem to be doing their own things at the store sides. They are kind of like in a central square of part of like an intersection. So
No, you don't.
and the infrastructure is large. If you were to walk through a doorway, it is like 9 to 10 feet tall of a doorway.
Finally, doorways that are sized correctly.
Huge.
There's a general store. There looks to be a blacksmith. There are various different goods being sold. A lot of people selling different like a farmer's market here locally in this area where y'all are at.
Let's go to the blacksmith to get some materials, see if they have any of the forging materials that we need.
True. I'm gonna look at this kid. What's your name?
I'm Sean. That's Jim.
Sean and Jim. Nice to meet you.
Some call me Slim.
Who calls you that?
My dad.
Not anymore.
Yeah, he is always referred to as a Slim Jim.
No wonder this kid got
Like
bullied.
this.
We should bully him now.
If
Well, I'm not the fat one.
I'm thick.
Big bone.
is there
As
any-
they're sharing the same body, they're handling it very differently.
Yeah.
They're both thinking about it completely differently.
One's eating and one's like,
Hey, I'm trying to bulk up here.
Do you have any friends you could stay with if while your parents are gone, while you're waiting for them to come back?
Yeah, we've got friends, and we're already at our grandparents, so they'll be back. I'm sure they just got delayed. They never get delayed. They're always back when they say they're gonna be back. It's back and forth with them.
All right.
bye.
Yeah, I'm like, that was kind of all Relene needed. Just wanted to make sure that there was someone
So responsible.
to take care of this child.
It looks like Jim. Did you lose your friend too? Points over at Oberon on the stretcher.
He sleeps
Yeah.
in a lot.
We're
It's
not
like midday.
we're not really sure
You
what's
need a doctor?
happening with him.
This is what happens when you argue with your other head. One disappears and you go into sleep forever.
What?
What?
And they both heads look at each other.
I don't want to lose my head.
I keep trying.
We should move on.
Yeah.
We should move on earlier. We're so far past moving on.
Do we know how Cedric got into the Giant District?
He did not have like a full backstory for y'all on how.
Did he teleport gone wrong?
That's what he was. I think that's what we had
I think
attributed
that's
to
what he
it.
said.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I remember
my head was a
correctly.
little foggy on that one, but yeah, I believe that was what was said.
Let's make our way over to the blacksmith and get some materials.
Mm-hmm.
We've got this new armor we gotta build.
When we get to the border, how are we getting out of here?
I don't know.
Should we just
That's
say
like a
we
future
got-
ass problem.
It's like a late, yeah.
Then later today.
Bridge,
Yeah.
we're not there. Let's cross later.
We're almost there.
You guys grab the tools that you need and any supplies that you're looking for from the smiths, and you guys continue on towards the gate, and now it's your current problem.
That was fast.
So what happens if we get there and we don't have passes?
So, literally, y'all are not far from there at all. And what you're looking at is a massive, massive construction of
How big?
a gate.
Did that kid have a passport?
Massive. No, you don't think. I mean, you didn't check. You could go back.
No.
Oh, we should have taken him off the parents.
Real talk.
Yeah.
But this crazy large construction really is kind of akin to what would be a giant's construction. Very large in scale, and all of the finer crafts and abilities of the different types of giants. From massive metal work that is brought through some of the design from possible fire giant smiths to incredible detail of stone cunning design from stone giants. And the sheer size and grandeur of this massive wall and gate is just indicative of not only their age, but also their ability. They have a lot at their disposal. Well, what you've been running into is considered to be the peasants in their eyes. This is the little farmlands on the outside of any notable legitimate regions of giants. These kind of bastardized kin of theirs that still serve the purposes, like farming up enough bacon. And so everyone has their different values in that. But what you see up above and up approaching is there's not like this massive line of people going in and out of this gate. It is pretty much, for the most part, 1, 2 carts that you see pass in about 30 minutes to go up, talk to the guards, and get past.
Does it look like they're showing paperwork?
There looks like they're extensively talking and having their vessel searched.
But are they having to show documentation? Is what I'm specifically looking for.
It's hard to tell from distance because if you get too close, it kind of looks suspicious as you're.
Do you want to go scope it out?
I can fix that.
So you want to make a stealth check?
Yeah, I do.
Could we simply go like we're mercenaries and we're looking for work? Is it that simple?
I don't know.
Well, I think we would have to have. We should have had paper. What am I trying to say? What's the word?
Means
Passport.
passport
I mean, do
To
we-
get
here.
into here in the first place.
I mean, we've been in and out of our own districts. Whenever we
None of
were
us
going
from
in and
my
out of
district.
our own districts at our current time, did we have to show documentation for leaving?
As a same race? No.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
As a different race with different motivations, yes.
Okay.
But also there's sometimes relationships already built of we
Yeah.
already know who you belong to. We know that you've passed through here multiple times with your parents. You're not typically passed through, younger experience without being, somewhat notable.
Can you look like a giant with as tall as you are in the
Yeah.
hat of changing?
Out of disguise? I was about to ask if you still had
Can you
that.
be feasibly a giant?
That's a 39
Okay.
stealth, by the
Should
way.
39.
Giving you the hat of disguise.
No, we had 2. I gave mine away.
We did have 2.
I also still have one.
But
just
I
not-
gave
Oh, you
it to
have one?
someone because I don't have it.
I think
Oh, you know what?
Doesn't
Cedric
matter.
goes, what if we take our 2 tallest people, we put one on top of the other, and we put both hats of disguise on?
Man.
We're gonna do 2 kids in a church coat.
The whole thing.
Ronnie goes off and says, I'll be right back, essentially, right? Or you say anything to them? in a
Yeah,
cooler
I'll
way?
let 'em know.
We know what he's doing.
And
We don't, but we know.
But we
off
know.
you split. And you have no issue closing as much ground as you want.
You wanna be
You
1 foot
feel
taller.
as if you are
I mean, I'm already
one with the air as you float along, completely quiet, completely silent, completely invisible. and you get much closer. And over this time, it takes you probably about 30 minutes or so before you get a full interaction of someone who's not a giant. And looks to be some dwarven traders that are coming through, and they pull out looks like a permit for work.
Okay.
And what they were doing, saying we were delivering this ore and goods to the Frost Giants. It's been about a 2-week journey, and we're ready to go back. And they're like, all right, you just need to search the vessel. And they start scoundering and looking through. The 2 main guards here are stone giants. And you can see that when they are interfacing with the dwarves, they go down to a manageable size, medium-sized creature, roughly about 7.5 feet tall, to be able to converse and talk more comfortably with the dwarves. And then when they pass through, they go back to their unsealed form as full-on stone giants and are holding guard and watch over this gate. And it's the 2 major guards there, but there is a collection of about 15 guards that are 15 or 14 guards that are all around this collection over here, in some sealed, some unsealed forms.
After they get done checking out the paperwork, where did the dwarf put it after that?
They stowed it back in the center console of their cart, basically under their armrest that's in this chair.
I would like to eat that, please.
So you'd like to try to sneak and open up this thing. This is a very difficult thing. You're trying to get in between 2 dwarves that are in their cart and have armed resting on this. Do you have any creative approach to this to make this feasible, other than pushing them outside and trying to grab it?
It's in the center console, right? So if I came up from the front of the cart and kind of crept over in between them, not going over them or over top of them.
That is a possibility, yes.
Okay.
So you could get to the front of this thing, in between where their oxen are, and get up in between and come up over the middle. Their arm is resting on what is essentially like a small hinged door to this. Okay. He's just chilling.
How far away are we from this interaction?
You guys are every bit of 200 yards away. Close enough to the village itself that you're not it looks like y'all are just conversing.
Can you use thaumaturgy to throw your voice?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you get. What are the casting components of it, though?
Verbal.
So then that's just you throwing your voice to cast it.
Okay. The guy who's got his arm on the thing, I want to speak around the corner of the cart and say, "Hey, bud, come take a look at this."
What in the... He pulls up and looks over the side. You hear that? What do you mean?
As soon as he goes to look around the corner, I want to reach for the thing.
As they start to try to figure out what it is, they had just been cleared, and they're starting to roll through. You're looking at the gates; they're open right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to pull through. You're on the front of this cart. You don't have any more time at all to get this and then get back to the other side. So, roll a sleight of hand.
That's 15, so that's 22. Would that be good enough?
22.
I can add
Add as much as you can.
25.
So as the clopping of the oxen's hooves start to pick up as they're pulling what is essentially an empty load and starting to push through this gate, the large gates are open. They're wrought metal, iron, all that stuff like that. They're built close enough that should this thing close, you're on the other side, you're not going to be able to get back through. And you're conscious of that. You're making a risky play. And as you go and reach for this, and you're reaching across this, you're completely invisible. You're confident. And his buddy, as soon as he gives you the opportunity and the driver looks back over the side and is kind of leaning outside of the cart, kind of looks back up. Who said what? Was that the guard? Doesn't recognize the voice. The other guy's like, what do you mean? And he leans over the console. And you're like, crap. He's there. Y'all are moving through the gate. As the guy seems to like relax and the other guy looks back, you see your opportunity. You reach in, grab a paper, pull it out super fast, tuck it inside the cloak. They are now through the gate.
I'm already outside.
Yep.
I'm gonna drop, roll, and run out.
You bonus action dash. Make a stealth check. But because of the pace at which you're moving, it's a straight roll.
Okay. Well, I have plus 20.
You should be fine.
Get back here. That's a 4. That's 28.
All right. So as you scuffle through here, your foot catches on a bit of of the terrain. You tumble a little bit, and you pick yourself up quick. Everything's fine. And you slow down as you pass through the gate area and are walking between the two 16-foot-tall stone giants. They're on either side as you just quietly slip on through and away from the gate.
And I head back to the Peoples.
All right. So with this, you guys eventually have Ronnie approach back up to the group. As y'all are still discussing and talking things.
I got a thing.
What'd you get?
I'll show him the paper.
What does it actually say we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
I feel like we can change the page to...
We could do you have I was going to ask, does anybody have a forgery kit?
Don't think so.
I don't have proficiency or a kit.
Okay. Well, we'll see what it says.
So,
I mean, I have minor illusion.
Yeah.
As long as they don't take the paper from our hands.
did
Did they take the paper from them? Or did they just show it?
they were just looking at it.
Okay.
We're going to a dwarf DNA test or something like.
What you see here is this is seemed to be a permit from the Hammerfall Guild for the transportation of gemstones and what they have as a material. Let me make sure I say it right. Give me a second.
Do you think we could just do like a sleight of hand check to like scratch off certain words and rewrite?
It's risky on
Yeah,
official
they have-
documents.
Yeah, theirs is the mithril ingots that they had.
Typewriters.
These-
It's all handwritten.
This is like a very fine mined material that is from the heart of the Dwarven Mountains. It's precious metal known for its exceptional strength and lightness, making it ideal for crafting resilient armor, finely balanced weapons, coveted by warriors across the realm.
How tall is the wall, like, away from the gate?
The even like far left and right, like 60, 80 feet minimum.
If we got out of sight of the guards, like, literally just carry us over. As long as there's no electric fence at the top.
We don't know about magical barriers.
Yeah.
Right.
That was a thing.
But if we wait until shift change, we just give them the same thing.
Because technically they sold their stuff here.
We don't have to have. The only thing we need to have is a cart.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. So we just wait till
Yeah, I
shift
sold
change.
it all.
We can buy a cart.
We can easily buy a card.
And Cedric goes, do we have means of turning into dwarves?
Does it
Do
say
we need
anything
to?
about
We could
yours?
just say that we're working for.
We could
Subcontractors.
have some disguise, have a couple of dwarves, and the rest of us are security.
That's, yeah.
You pass the security for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
All right then.
All right,
Let's go get a cart.
cool. You guys split back.
Oh,
You know those ogres that died don't need their
but what if they have a
anymore.
log? Were they writing anything down?
They seem to be keeping some kind of record.
Oh, poop.
There was a due process and diligence that they were doing.
We could just be like, hey, we were traveling with the dwarves. We were security detail. We sent them on ahead. We had to do some last minute things here.
Or it could just be multiple. Does it say specifically how much we were bringing in and out?
No.
You can just say we're the second load.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be easiest.
Brain stuff.
Who's the best liar?
Not me.
Alright.
Christy's pretty decent, except she can't.
Oh, the providence.
Wake up!
We have one party face.
So what do we do? Do we just wait till he wakes up? Or?
We
I
have
mean,
I could always charm person.
Actually, I
That's
have
worked out
plus
really
5
well in the
deception.
past.
+5 plus your doodads.
Yeah.
I have +6. I just can't tell it directly.
Yeah.
Why do you have proficiency in deception?
It allows her to pass off half truths
Right.
Okay.
Beat around.
and skirt around it. You know.
You should have negative proficiency in deception.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, then that would
could
like
we
out you
use-
immediately.
Yeah.
But this way, she's like at least
the
able to be
documents
passable.
as a framework to just write something new.
make our own.
That's true. Is there any like seal on it or anything?
It seems to be embossed with an impression.
Mhm.
It seems to be like some kind of stamped, like pressure stamp on the paper itself. It seems to pretty like regal and fancy.
We have Smith tools now.
There's no like wax seal or anything like that you'd have to try to like duplicate that way, but it's just like it's embossed
We
basically.
found a forger in this district.
I was gonna say, or you could just come up with a half truth, like we're following the dwarves from the other day.
Right.
Another shift.
I mean, I've got decent deception actually.
Yeah, you only have one less than
Yeah.
her, so yeah. All right.
And I
So
can
can
have
we disguise him?
psych die. I think how many hats have I
We have
have?
one.
I have one.
We should have 2 amongst the party. I don't know who I
I have a
gave mine
disguised
to.
kit. I don't know. Can you be a different race with that?
Your horns might be a little difficult to
It's a
cover.
little hard to pass off easily,
Okay.
but it's possible to work on one. But the more time and supplies, you could try to craft something better. But to pull off being an entirely different race is hard.
Yeah. Really hard, huh?
Yeah, the horns being harder.
I mean, I feel like if we have 2 dwarves, and then the rest of us could just be security. It's not a terrible idea.
Does Oberon have the other hat?
I feel like you gave me one.
That's probably what we did. Because I remember giving it to someone, but I thought it was Boot. And since you don't have it, then it probably was you. Because I
I
don't know
never
why I
had one.
would have given it to Oberon.
The lack there of tracking and communication on this, and the uncertainty, but the we definitely have one, is a little unsettling for me. So I prefer to rule that we only have one, unless y'all can convince me that for sure we had 2.
I'm looking up.
Who needed to disguise themselves at some point? Was it when we assaulted the Aegis place? No, because we didn't do any disguise there. But somebody went to the library or something on a solo mission and needed it. I feel like it was one of them, but I can't remember.
I have not used one.
Where did you have to go in disguise?
Yeah, I don't know where
I
we
don't
would have
think
picked
it
up
was
the
like
second
for.
one.
Cedric doesn't have the spell in his spellbook, does he? Well, why wouldn't we just need one dwarf? Why do we have to have 2?
That's perfectly fine. When the uncertainty makes me not want
Yeah.
to rule for 2,
I'm just trying to
because we
remember when we
can.
picked up a second one. Because I've had one, like, almost since the beginning. Because I used it in the sewers and stuff.
Right.
And then you gave it to somebody? Okay.
Because I think I had too many things to it, too.
I think it got passed across the table, and that's why you still have it now.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
I think Boot gave it to me.
I gave mine away to someone else
Was it to someone else outside the party or Oberon?
outside of the party.
Okay.
So we have one. Which is
But I
ours.
had mine that I bought. Like from the magic shop, I bought one.
Maybe that's how it's made its way over here.
I have no idea.
Because
I can't remember.
the only way I can see that you having one is from inheritance from one of the other
Right.
players.
Mhm.
Because I can very clearly picture all of your interactions for acquisitions.
Right.
Not on your
No,
case.
no.
So.
Well, let's just say we have one.
And then we can just say that this was the more valuable second load, and they needed extra muscle.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yep.
All right. So you guys go about acquiring cart. Who wants to go about talking to somebody and haggling?
How much could a cart really be?
What do you need to haggle somebody?
Persuasion and something.
Persuasion's usually.
I feel like we could just afford a card.
I think so. I don't know if there's any need to really haggle. We're not hurting on coins.
It don't need to be like made of gold or anything.
I don't have great persuasion.
No, +6 persuasion.
Well, there you go.
You don't have to laugh at that.
No.
Alright, buy a cart then.
Okay.
Do you all go up to this, try and find one together, or you just let her go on her own mission?
No, we'll go together.
Don't split the party.
You guys all start to wander around. Make an investigation check as you guys search for someone to buy a cart from.
I would do that.
That's a natural 20.
You guys lock in on a stable that's a little bit further off the beaten path, and not down the road you've traveled down so far. You take a different intersection on the square, start heading along and looking and seeing the traffic of different horse and other things like that, and oxen that are pulling things. You eventually get to a place that has several different carts and things. As you come up to, there is a very large cloaked individual that seems to be heading up this place and tending to the different horses as their arm outstretches and pets some of them. You see the claws that kind of come across as its back is a little hunched as it comes out from under the stable here and lumbers over towards the rest of you and goes, "How can I help you?"
Do you have any carts for sale?
"No. Not for the likes of you. These are for Giantkin. They're all spoken for.
It's pretty good.
Get lost." Yeah, it's pretty big. Oh.
Really?
Oh.
I am 8 feet tall.
The weird creature is not Giantkin, but he's pretty big.
Half giant, I think.
I was gonna say, I'll say to him in giant, how do you know I'm not Giantkin?
He speaks back in giant and goes, "Never seen someone like you."
Just because people look different doesn't mean that they can't have relation to people that look different from them.
Fancy words aren't going to work on me.
Giantess.
Who are you? Where are you from? Who do you know on this side of the wall?
Listen, do you like gold?
Yes.
Well, you can have some gold, and you can give us a cart. That's called business.
He's trading.
5 times the cost.
2 times.
1 time.
Now,
You're not helping.
as the claw is like outstretched in your direction, he looks back towards the one speaking with the gold.
Negotiate for
Make,
2 times.
make a persuasion check.
That's just +2 for me, but I'll let it do that. If I don't
How about you
know.
sell us the cart and we'll burn your house down?
Get the cart, or we'll kill you and take it.
That's a 2.
No, it's not.
He
Please
gives a
be
shirt.
better.
No, it's not.
That's a 1.
No, it's not.
Do it again.
I should not be doing this. That's 15. Okay, now that guy. Go back. Where are you? There it is.
There
15,
you go,
20,
both of those for
22.
Boink, boink.
Needed that.
For all
3
that.
times.
All that for that.
It's gonna be like 10
Two.
gold.
2.5 times.
You could go find it elsewhere then. You either got gold or you don't.
How much is it? That's an important question we haven't asked.
Normally.
2 times,
Well,
and we'll take the
dude.
worst cart you got.
Fine.
Way to go.
We'll do it this way.
It's 150 gold.
Why are we even bartering over this?
I give him the gold. And I run.
Yeah. Here's your cart, and he slides it out. It stumbles to the ground. It's got a pretty beat up wheel. Have your cart. Enjoy.
I have mending.
It will help for parts of it. It won't make it perfect, but it'll definitely help.
We have to wait for shift change anyway. I have Smith's tools now.
Can
Can I?
you turn into a Clydesdale and pull the whole cart?
Actually, yeah.
You don't have to go buy a horse then.
Good thinking.
These people do not want us here, and I don't want to buy a horse from them.
Nope.
What color should I be?
You should steal back the money.
Not worth it.
His passive
I
perception
don't
cannot
know.
be high.
We're so close to getting out of here.
Yeah, get out of here,
No more
man.
side quests.
So you get this cart, and you could tell there's this very sense of giantism that's going on here, and doesn't want anything to do with it. As eventually you guys spiffy up the cart, get it to where you have some semblance of it being on a journey, and it's at the end of that journey, and you guys are some of the muscle hired to protect it. You give your hat of disguise to you.
I would like to make a note of what horses he's selling, and I want to look like one of those horses, not a fancy Clydesdale.
All right, make a nature check.
I'm good at those. I'm not that good. 15.
You easily pick out what you need to be, and like, all right, make a note. Not gonna mess this up.
That's
Nice.
good.
I don't want to be like a
Sounds
fancy,
foreboding.
noble-looking horse on a mining cart.
Right.
True.
Bad.
So, but you guys wait for a so-called shift change, and give it some time. Waiting for a little bit later into the evening, as the sun's starting to set a little bit, and there was a nice meal time that had just finished up and wrapped, and you guys see from distance with everything that looks like shifts have changed. And you guys are ready to roll into motion your plan. As
Let's go.
horse boy.
Man, cat.
Once we get out of the district, does it matter if they're mad at us?
Nah.
Because I can cast
No.
friend.
Not if we don't plan on coming back.
We kind of have to come back though, because that's where the temple is for us to get back to the future.
By the time we get back to the temple, hopefully I'll be able to just... It's there. I have rocks from there, so...
Okay.
Yeah, we can teleport. Also, we can just all buy disguise hats.
Fair.
Also, the,
Yeah.
Because I mean, y'all are gonna be loaded. Nothing can go wrong.
go into the casino and...
And nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong.
So you guys have your stolen permit. Have a freshly bought, broken down cart that you've slightly fixed. Prepared it to look like it's been on a long journey.
Ability for the one
Charisma.
stuff. Yep,
Charisma.
charisma.
Can I
Before we go anywhere near the gate,
cast augury?
What is that?
lasts for an hour.
What does that
Gives
do?
you
Before we do
advantage.
this.
Okay, so I don't have to
See
use
if it
friends
is a
then.
good
That'd be probably
idea.
better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use
I
that.
would like to do
That's
that.
all it does.
Alright.
Gives me advantage on charisma checks.
So you go and cast augury.
Yeah.
What is the chance of it having a random?
I don't think there's a random chance until you cast it
Infraugury?
more than once per
Okay.
long
Yeah, that's how
rest.
it is. Yeah.
So for the first casting, it's just what, wheel or woe, or wheel and woe.
Wheel for good, woe for bad, wheel and woe for both and good, both good and bad, or nothing.
Okay.
For
Wheel.
wheel.
Yes.
You got this, running.
Good.
So you give him
Good.
all the gifts. You have everything there. And
Nay.
you are. Would you like to have a name?
Nay.
I came up with a pretty good one for you.
What was the metal called? Mithril?
Mithril.
Mithril.
And do you know Jordan?
Nope. But we're speaking common because he doesn't speak Dwarven.
I should have taken.
If we
times
needed
today.
Dwarven, I could give you Dwarven. If it becomes an issue.
You guys start to move towards the gate. All of your parts in play as you guys are ushering through. Cedric's looking a bit nervous. And he is unsure of this as you guys have the unconscious Oberon in the cart and pushing through. And
Can I use friend to calm him down? Is that something I can do?
Seems bad.
Like
Learn from my charm
cast
person
guidance as a
mistakes.
bonus action now
On who? On Ronnie?
on Ronnie.
The dwarf.
I get all the things. What is that?
Guidance.
D4?
Mm-hmm.
so
That's so many dice.
as you roll up, one of the
Let's hope it's quick. Guidance only lasts for a minute.
the guard here. Show up to you. Here's. And this is not one of the stone giants. It's one of the other guards. Stops as you're coming through and goes. You're coming through very close to sunset. Rules are no one goes through at sunset. Why are you coming so late?
Had a little bit of trouble on the road. As you can see, our cart's a little banged up, but we made it through.
What happened to that guy?
Which one?
Points to Oberon.
He got knocked out on the way. We're hoping to get him to a healer on the way back.
You don't have a healer amongst you?
We like to deal with our own people.
Got a permit?
We do. Show me permit. We're bringing through our second load. We're bringing back the hired muscle with us on the way.
He looks over the muscle.
He's a horse, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I know, but he just nods over that one and the others. It's like muscle. Says with the car. 1 second. He walks back over to just some book or ledger. And he calls out to the rest of the group, "Hey, search their stuff. Make sure they're not carrying anything."
We've already all unloaded everything. We don't really have much carrying except ourselves.
And about 4 other guards of the 15 to 14 come over. And you see 2 of them looking underneath the cart. Another goes, "Here, get up." No hidden compartments. And you're seeing the sealed forms of all these different giants. There are some that are frost giant, some are storm giants, some are all these different ones. And you see a blazoned 3 letters on some of their sleeves for the CTHP. And the sense that all of them are serving different times from all these different districts, all these different giant kinds, and that any one of them could unseal their form at any point they want to and be a 20-foot tall threat. As you guys are literally in the hands of these giants right now as they're peering over their ledger and stuff like that, for your story. You did a very good story. You can roll with advantage, which you already actually have. Apply all your bonuses. And we'll see what you got.
That is 18, 19, 24.
So we want to file on the dice?
On the small one. I think this one was... What was that one?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
think I got a 15 on the higher D20, something like that.
The one that was examining the permit, he's kind of scratching his head a little bit. He walks back up to him and goes, I didn't catch your name.
Oh boy. Thorin Oakenshield.
Classic.
The name's Thaldric Boulderhelm. We just have one problem.
What is that?
It's almost our break time. The sun's almost down. We might get in trouble if we let you through.
I see what we're doing
We
here.
might be able to look the other way.
Classic.
He calls over to one of the other guards. He goes, Gormak, they show up yet? Gormak, seeming to be a stone giant origin in a sealed form. Was, no, we're missing the twins and a handful of others. I don't know they should be here. We're gonna have to cancel. You hear another one in the back that looks to be a sealed storm giant, in essence, just a little bit taller than everybody else, about 8 foot tall. Rather thin. Female. Not again. Just trying to get a good game in and we can't get enough players.
No.
You know, what if we get them to be the subs in? They play the game, they get to go through. Aldrich was, I was pushing a different angle, but I do want to play.
I don't want to do this.
We
we're on a bit of a time crunch. We kind of have a meeting to get to.
Well, you either
But
get
listen,
through or
how
you
many-
don't get through.
How many giants are there around us?
Overall, within about 60-foot radius, there is 16 in total.
How many near talking with us?
About 6.
Okay, I'll do 120 gold and say this is for your troubles.
Listen. People transporting mithril have a lot deeper pockets.
I'll double it.
And as much as I would have probably gone this route, I agree with Kelthra.
I don't want to do this.
We need a few more players, and if you oblige, we'll bend the rules and look the other way.
I'll take my money back.
Or you just
Hold on.
find another gate to go through, or maybe the guard will be different tomorrow. Oh wait, that's us! As a little laugh and chuckle come out from everybody. Looks like you're in a predicament. You either play the game, or maybe you ain't getting back to make your own money.
I like to poop.
How long does this game last?
Sounds like it doesn't really matter how long the game lasts.
Well,
We don't have much daylight left, so
So we're
it'll be a
not.
short game. We're
so-
racing against the clock here.
There's so much illogical happenings. This is absolutely absurd.
I'm gonna message you. And come back. Let it go.
How many do you need? What's the game? I enjoy some games.
One speaking sense. The name's Zargon. That's the name of the game, Zargon. And, in fact, our field's just down yonder. And he just points across the field, and it was kind of from where the road is, off to the other side where you guys
Yeah,
haven't
horse.
looked.
3 hours.
Okay, we'll probably be alright.
And
I'll say I gotta water the horse if it gets close.
and he points off to a field. It has some paint on the field.
I'm good to play football.
Is it trash can
Which
ball?
kind of football?
American.
Not football.
You can just hand me the ball, I'll fly over.
What's the game from Harry Potter?
Quidditch. I knew it.
You guys are looking at a field with 2 goals on either side. And you see a pretty good size round ball in the middle. That's black and white.
Is it a ball or is it a rock?
It's a ball.
Okay.
Because,
I feel like they'd be playing with a rock.
Right.
we've been trying to get a practice in for our professional team for quite some time. We keep having people flake out. The twins, a couple of Ettons, were supposed to be back today, and they didn't make it.
So you want to practice with a group of people that have never heard of this
That's
game
what I'm
before.
thinking.
Well, it's 11 players on each team, and we got just enough between the rest of y'all and us. We'll give you some of our better players, but we just need to get some practice and some conditioning.
How long is this going to take?
First to 3. I like first to 3. Or the sun goes down. Whichever comes first. Looks like we got maybe an hour.
When the sun goes down, you let us out, right?
We'll look the other way.
You're saying there's an hour before the sun goes down, and you're allowed to let people in before the sun goes down, so we have another hour. Oh, God.
Listen here. It's our rules. We make the rules. Today, the rule is no one gets through when the sun's down.
Okay.
Tomorrow, the
We'll
rule
play
may
your
be
game.
nobody goes through while the sun's up.
They're
That would be
in their
very
small,
efficient.
they're in their small forms right now, right?
Yes.
You're going to be playing like this, right?
Yes. Practice isn't that good for us if we can't play on the pro stage in a practice form. If we play in our giant size, we'd have to have a giant field. We'd have to have giant goals and a giant ball. And there's barely any competition with many giant folk wanting to play Zargon. But when you talk about the world of Zenith, oh, this game is it. We got the best competition from all the different factions, and the CTHP Giants are going to take it this year. You want to know our team name?
Sure.
Not really.
I thought
Buy
the
a sports
CTHP
franchise.
Giants were the
Where is this?
Zach really want us to play soccer.
It's been 10 long years.
The railroad.
10 long years since I have seen my wife.
It's a challenge, okay?
But I don't even get to play.
The horse can play soccer.
So, y'all can make an excuse for you putting your cart to the side and having you join in.
Why, he's just going to be like, hey, you guys playing Zargon?
I know what that is. I'll be the left quarterback.
The left quarterback.
Yeah.
There's more than one.
Y'all can come up with a creative way. Y'all can figure it out.
Is
You
there
just drop your
too-
form and be
too
like,
many
yeah, that's our
people?
druid. He pulls the card.
You could.
It's a magical world.
You totally could.
It's
Do it.
Not unreasonable.
All right, I'll just drop form. Wait, but they already have the perfect number, right?
They're trying to get enough numbers to justify playing. So if you can play, that's better.
Okay, I'll drop form
Yeah.
and be like,
You
I
can
like
play
to kick
instead
balls.
of Cedric or Elwyn.
Why'd you poop on the road?
When you got to go, you got to go.
I am not in control. When I have to go.
As
Horse does horse things.
they start to berate you and tell you that
We have fun, don't we?
they start to berate you and tell you that you need to clean that up and
Tell you what, if we lose, I clean. If we win, you clean.
Damn.
I knew that would work.
We should gamble with higher stakes already.
we love a good wager. And this is going to be fun. As you guys are now set to play a game of Zargon
Oh.
and make your pass into the Central Trading Hub after you win or lose. They didn't say that you had to win. They just want to play. So we'll see how that goes down. When we come back, we'll come back in about 10, 15 minutes. We'll be right back, guys.
Bye.
left click, go ahead and change that. So it's not on the scene I want though.
Dumb poof on my head. It's cute. My hair is not in my eyes.
You look like a warrior. You look strong.
Shogun warrior.
There we go with the labels.
How long does that last? We just need to be aware of that too. An hour?
What?
Or you're wearing the hat, so it's
Yeah.
something to do.
Yeah. Welcome back. So, as you guys get led out to the field to establish the teams on either side, they start to explain the rules of Zargon. There can only be one goalkeeper. That goalkeeper is in charge of defense, and there can only be one. Just making sure that's very clear. For trying to save a roll as a goalie, you will be rolling 3 acrobatics checks. And you will be discarding the middle score, keeping the lowest roll and your highest roll.
Maybe I need to go again, unless your dex is.
For this, there are additions to that save. For every defender between the striker and the goal, you're going to add a +1 to your roll. And for every 10-foot square strikers are from the goal, you can add another point, another +1 to that roll. So with this, if the shooting player, when they go to shoot, they're rolling their attack roll, and then an athletics for like brute force, like slamming it in, or acrobatics for finesse. So attack roll plus acrobatics or athletics. They take the sum of their 2 rolls versus you taking your 3 rolls of the lowest and your highest plus your bonuses to try and save it. It is harder to score than it is to save. Because you will get bonuses. It'll be a little bit harder on them.
So you should be goalie then?
Yeah, and I can enlarge someone else for the advantage.
I think so too. I think Relaine should be up top.
You can change the goalkeeper throughout the game. There just has to be a very clear, indicative, you are now the goaltender. You can try. So, the ball cannot go out of bounds. So if it hits the sidelines, it bounces back in. So if something were to make it go to the outside, it just dumps right back in. The zones of defense here and offense, right now it says defensive zone on that side because that's y'all's side you're defending. This is the side that you're going to be attacking. A defense roll is anybody that is nearest the goal to defend. So like these 4 are defenders right now. Then in this zone here, these are our midfield rolled. And then these 2 forward ones are our strikers. When the possession first starts off, your goaltender will have the ball. It's not going to be thrown in the middle. It's just a flip who gets it, vice versa. They can pass to the possession of coming to the first zone here. They can shuffle it up and then pass it across as a square pass and need to roll minimally to get this pass. Oh, yeah, coin flip. So let's establish that for now. Who's going to be the goaltender? You're going to be the goaltender?
Yep.
You're going to call this yak or something?
Heads.
Or
Tails.
Margarita.
yeah, that'd be heads or tails, I guess.
Margarita.
Margarita for you?
Margarita.
All right.
Let's go!
So that was a wonderful flip.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
You didn't flip the first time.
You needed multiple rotations.
I think so. So y'all will get the ball first.
Where's the ball?
Let's dictate one. I don't have a great miniature.
What about a barrel?
Oh, that worked. I don't know about a barrel.
The barrel guys.
This is kind of
barrel
Yeah.
That thing you had might be better anyways, but
I'm kind of thinking this little ramekin wombat
I have a
thing.
little D12 that is kind of circular.
I like that one.
Wait, we have these.
It's
These
so
are
small.
perfect.
You can do that. Yeah, that'll work.
It's kind of
I
round.
came prepared.
We make our own stuff.
All right. So, actually, I might want to go with that because it might be able to see you on camera a little better. It's a touch bigger, but it's also not too big. All right. So,
Can we cast before this starts, or we have to wait till the game starts to cast any spells?
you do have to wait till the game starts casting spells. Spells are totally on the table. You can't shape change into anything that is a larger beast. If you like to cast enlarge, you can do that because it's just a temporary buff. It won't last forever. But you can't go wild shape into something that fits the entire size of the goal, kind of thing.
So
You know,
Okay.
5 foot squares, 10 foot squares.
they're all 10 foot. And if you're going for a pass within the same zone, that's just called a square pass. And you only need a roll of 6 plus on your attack roll to pass. So that is using your unarmed strike to pass or score to try to make a shot. That's a square pass, and you only need higher than a 6 to be successful.
So if my modifier's already higher than that.
If you get a 1,
for
you're
attack
unsuccessful.
roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that.
That's fine.
So it's a lot easier to pass
Yeah.
in your own square.
Right.
Going forward a zone, going from one zone to the other zone, even if it's from here to here, it's progressing down the field, and that has increased difficulty. Unless you can dribble and get in the other zone and then pass, you're going to be at a higher check to be able to go over an entire zone. That would be a forward pass, which is going to be a 12 plus to be able to progress the ball forward. If you want to go past 2 zones, also you have to indicate what one you're going for and then roll it. Not roll and that's what you're going for. But if you wanted to go past 2 zones, you need to get 18 plus. If you're going to try to go for some crazy from one zone here all the way to the far zone, 3 zones down, you have to get 24 plus. All right. For this, if the roll is unsuccessful, the ball will instead go to an opposition player that is within 15 feet of the intended target. That 15 feet, I think, is suggested for 5 foot squares. With this is going to be within 20 feet. So any one of them, because we're going to round up to being able to capture that ball. If no opposition player is within 20 feet, the ball goes loose 20 feet beyond the intended target and the angle it was passed. If it hits the edge of the pitch, it will bounce back into play. For this, when you have possession of the ball, you are first in initiative. So you go first, and you would indicate what you're doing with that. You can dribble and move 2/3 of your movement and then pass. And once you do, you roll to see if it's successful. If it's successful and the possession is still on your team's side, your entire team moves and makes a play off of where that just moved. Then the entire enemy team moves. If ever there is a transfer of possession, whoever got the possession is now their turn first and what they're doing with it. And then their entire team moves if they're successful without having it overturned. If 2 people are just overturning it back and forth with each other, no one else is moving until they resolve who comes out on top successfully, basically.
Is a goalie kick the same difficulty level as changing zones as regular passes?
Yeah, exactly. It just depends on how far he wants to go.
Okay. So it's the
So,
same
yeah.
difficulty.
So, like, if you're here passing to here, it's a 12 still.
Well, I mean, like the goalie kickoff when he kicks it into.
It's a 6 if he's passing to one in that zone, because he's still in that zone.
Okay.
If he's passing to this zone, then it's a 12
Okay.
or higher.
So I can't cast enlarge on our lane because I can't get to him. So I guess
You can have whatever position on the field that y'all want. to start. Y'all can have whatever strategy you want to start. This position that is just implemented right now is not set. Y'all can move. I just set out a loose strategy to show kind of where intended roles are. Y'all can have it maneuvered however you want. Go a little bit further on these here. Whenever you dribble, you can move 2/3 of your movement speed and round it up if you pass an athletics plus 10. Your athletics is to maneuver that ball. If you just get possession and you don't move, and then everybody else on your team's moves, and then it comes back to your turn, and then you pass it, you never had that chance of losing it because you didn't dribble, you know? You just have the chance of making the pass. Or if you really don't want to pass it for the sake of losing that, and you felt more confident about dribbling it down the entire field, you could. Now, with this, if any opposition player who is within 5 feet of the dribbler would round it up to 10 feet, at any point of this move of dribble, they will also make an athletics roll. And if it is higher than the dribbler, they win possession. So if you go to dribble and you map your path, here's where I want to go with 2/3 of my movement, roll your check. If you get below a 10, you're going to lose control of the ball. And it's going to go past the point of what you were trying to get it to go. It'll get out of your reach. Basically, you kicked it too far. So it'll go 20 feet away from you. And at that case, if someone was in that path, they could recover that ball if they roll higher than what your roll was. If they roll the same, there's no possession. The ball went over there until whoever can get to it.
So you need to start back here so I can get
Can
to
you
you.
hold actions? Like if you get to a certain point and you want to wait until somebody passes you to pass the ball to them, can you hold
If these are
actions?
10 foot, it's 30-foot range. So
Because of the way the
One turn,
initiative
we'll make
works, not exactly.
I mean, I don't have to get
The person who has
I
the
can
possession
cast
is really
myself.
making the plays
Yeah, do that.
and the
I'm just gonna
tempo.
vortex work through the other side of the
But
field.
if someone else had possession, then you want to be like, hang on, I'm gonna get to you and cast the spell. On your turn, when you move, you can move and cast a spell.
Put you right next to the goal.
For this, no weapons will be brought into the arena. You will be unarmed.
They're clearly holding weapons.
I'm sorry, I don't have miniatures all
You don't
unarmed.
have soccer minis?
Dang it. We're just some all out for D6s. You D12s because they're big. No. But there's no weapons. For magic items, it's only the ones that pass off as being a part of your uniform as playing soccer. So no cloak of invisibility. But with that, a ring
And a necklace.
and a necklace work.
Cool.
They're jewelry, all right? But for you, hat, nobody knows, you know. You're disguised. So with that, you can't use a decanter of endless water.
Can't use a rod
You
of
can't.
rulership.
Huh? Can't use a rod because it's
Thought this was
considered a weapon.
baseball.
Right. It's not lacrosse, you know. So does anybody have any questions about that?
So as the goalie, I can start wherever I want?
No.
I mean, inside the goalie's box, obviously.
Which
but-
is that second smallest box. That one. This is the penalty box. This is your goal box.
Okay, so
That's your goal.
who's back here that wants enlarged? Because I can't get. There's no way to get to a lane. Like, there's just no way to get to him with it.
I would just wait until
I mean-
you can get to.
What's your range on it?
30. It's
30.
just not big.
That's
He
it.
can start next to you.
Do we want to do that? Is it worth it? Or are you
Sure, why not? You can start near.
Enhanceability on yourself.
We'll just play.
I don't have the spell slots for it.
The lane has better athletics than everybody else, so shouldn't somebody else be enlarged?
We'll just.
I was gonna pick you because you have decent athletics and you also have better movement. So if you start further back, you can get up.
We're
close.
switching formation. We're gonna play a 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
Just soccer things.
Well, I need to be back if I'm going to be.
So yeah, so switch. So you buff
No, you'll
yourself.
be. So we're doing a. Yeah, sure.
Because he can move faster and I can give him advantage.
Just enlarge him. I'm about to vortex warp him to the other side of the field.
All right, that's
Okay.
So you'll basically just be playing striker. So it's a 4-2-3-1. So you and Ronnie will kind of play in these two quadrants. These two will play in these two quadrants, and then we'll have a 4-back line.
Glad someone knows soccer.
Yeah.
So when you're dribbling and moving with the ball, you're making athletics to continue doing that. If they're rolling higher than you, they can steal that possession from you. If they're passing in that path. If you're able to skirt around them, you're good. But if you didn't dribble because you're scared of passing, like losing it, and you're stationary and just received a pass, and someone gets to where you are, because you didn't move with the ball, they have advantage on their tackle against you, and it's a contested athletics.
So always move.
But there's a chance you're going to overturn it automatically when you move. So if you can get to a space where you don't have to move, great, there's no chance of it overturning. But if they can get to you, there's a chance of it overturning. There's also a thing with man marking, which automatically occurs when opposition players within 10 feet of a player receiving a pass or shooting. So if they can keep man-to-man marking, they have -3 to the passer or to the shooter for their rolls. So if you have man-to-man coverage, you're automatically applying a -3.
My Saga blades are not physical weapons. If I use them, will I get penalized?
No.
Hey, baby!
So, and what you're going to see is that
Go for the Achilles heel.
there are spells to be used. There are concentrations to be broken. So they're going to be trying to break y'all's concentrations on things. You're going to be trying to break their concentration on things. That will go both ways. But you're using unarmed strikes or spells. All right.
Can I use my blades to kick the ball?
No.
Can't do psychic damage to an object.
No, I don't think so.
Is the ball sentient?
It'd be so much better than
But-
doing an unarmed strike.
For this,
What
if you knock someone unconscious,
banish their goalie?
Ooh. What if they try to banish ours?
right? But if you knock someone unconscious, all right, with too much damage, there's immediately red card. All right, let's go. Penalty, and then that's a chance for a penalty shot right away. So just to have them set up in position with no defenders, rock and roll. It'll just be them versus the goalie, and it's kind of nuts.
Can I use a distant attack as a block?
Depends. Depends on what it is.
Sight blade hitting somebody that's trying to steal the ball.
No.
Okay.
No.
Just trying to
Because
get the
I'm trying
boundaries
because
in.
it wouldn't necessarily. If you're just trying to break their concentration,
Okay.
that's fine. You can weaken them up and soften them up. But if they go down just because you're hitting them to hit them,
Yeah.
you're gonna put them in position to score, to have a free shot at scoring. So you only want to be trying to really use your damage to break concentrations, or trying to crowd control them. So, if a player moves for 3 consecutive turns, just moving down, they have to make a +12 con saving throw, or be too tired, which is the condition, too tired, and will be unable to move until the next turn. Cool. So, but that is pretty much it. We'll get, I mean, if there's no nitty gritties or questions, we'll roll with it, but we'll see how it goes. With that, kickoff is yours, sir.
Alright.
You hold possession. What do you want to do? You want to dribble it all the way to the other side?
No, I think I'm going to dribble 5 feet and then cast enlarge on Relaine. Would you like to willingly fail the save?
I will do that.
Make an athletics check to dribble.
Sure. I'm good at those. 13.
You pass.
And then I
So-
will pass it to Relaine.
So now make an attack roll. You have to get higher than a 6.
7. Modifier.
So ball transfers to Relaine. Relaine, for that, you are now enlarged.
Mhm.
Concentration ring on yourself, sir. And
Do that.
when that pass landed and the possession is still complete, Relaine, you can't go anywhere yet, but you have possession of the ball, and you will be the first up next go.
Cool.
All right? Now, everyone else on your team can move wherever they want or cast anything they want.
I'm going to cast Vortex Warp on Relaine. Yoink. At 3rd level, which is 120 feet, and he will get there.
Beautiful.
Okay.
You have ball right
So-
next to a goal.
I don't think it's that far.
120 feet. I got
Let's-
cast Vortex Warp.
Let's find out.
Is that 120 on either side of you, basically?
Yeah. It's not from where Relaine is, it's from where I am. And I can target Relaine within 90 feet of me to target him somewhere else. I'm just daisy chaining it.
Because these are 10-foot squares.
Yeesh. From me, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Oh, actually, sorry, I'm at 4th level. 120, 130, 140, 150. So it's actually there.
So, I...
Vortex Orb is base 90, and then it's additional 30 feet for every upcasted spell above 70.
He was right next to you.
It's from
like,
me.
It's from you.
It's from me.
And
Well, I
where are
passed it
you?
to him. He
I'm
was
here.
up here.
So you
So-
can get from this side
Yes.
and move to that side.
Yep. So as long as he's within 90 feet of me, I can transport him to another space within 90 feet of me, or in this case, 150 of me.
50. So 150?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you do so. You move him straight to the end. This person will be in the goalie. That's the only thing I messed up there. All the way through. That's your movement. You guys can all move at your own pace, what y'all want to do. You've already moved this turn.
I'll go up. Do 90. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
I'm just gonna come over here.
Yeah. Nice.
Do, 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 do.
I wanna put it
Can somebody vouch for controlling Cedric?
Yeesh, I got him.
And then who wants to be in charge of the other players y'all have?
I was about to label them as our players so that we know who's actually on our team.
I'll
All
do
the
the goalie
spears
ones.
are your team.
Oh, okay.
The 5 with spears are your team.
I'll do the goalie ones to keep it simple.
However y'all want to dictate it, y'all can even talk about, oh, they should go here. Y'all can talk about it.
Christine, you got that guy. I got this guy.
Okay.
I don't have Cedric's
You
spells.
should do the goalie ones because you actually know soccer. I shouldn't be doing anything.
No. What spells does Cedric have
Let
currently?
me share this.
I just looked at them, but I can't remember.
Because we're American. We watch football.
Should we go ahead and move the guys?
Yeah, move everybody. Move everybody in your team where they're going to go.
40, 50, 60.
This is our attempt to garner European support for the stream.
If he has slow, he'll move forward 30 feet and cast slow.
He does have slow.
Okay, so he'll do that. 10, 20, 30, and it's 120 feet range. 100, 110, 120. Perfect. So he'll be able to get all 3 of them.
So we got that one.
It's a 40-foot cube. Yeah, so literally
those
perfect.
two.
Yeah.
Can we get the
Well, they got to make wisdom
magical
saves.
effects? Oh, look at that.
Well, there's one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright. 1 second, it's too large.
It's okay. We have pretty similar spells, I think. So.
Yeah. I can just send you a screenshot.
Okay. Hopefully you score, and then we can just chill for the rest of the game.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Put it to the corner. Oh wait, we're playing best of 3, aren't we?
Yeah.
Dang it. Next turn I'm probably going to cast Wind Wall on the goal, and
So that would give them disadvantage to shoot.
they can't score. Any projectile that goes into it automatically flies upward and misses. Unless it's like a ballista. So maybe they have the strength to be a ballista.
Wind Wall is just disadvantage on projectiles.
All right. So,
How many?
is everybody on your team moved where you want them to move?
Yeesh. Cedric is casting slow on these 3, so they need to make wisdom saving throws against
Wisdom saves.
against
wanna
his
move
save DC.
Any of our other defenders at all?
No, they're good.
Like,
Only one failed. So this guy here.
And we should have a strong side probably.
Cool.
Because that makes it more predictable. I guess it doesn't matter. It's the same ball.
So are you guys good with your move? Y'all's turn over?
I think so.
Okie dokes.
So the thing is, the more the closer the defenders are to the goal, the better, because we just need bodies in between to affect the roll, right?
Yeah.
So they should all just kind of be like grouped up, basically, but maybe not super grouped up.
Yeah, he doesn't have any more movement, so that's good.
Alrighty. So with this, move 10, move 30, move 30, move 30. And very much overwhelmed with the kind of opposition here. There is going to be a contested athletics for 2 of these to try and tackle this ball away from you.
That's bad.
What do you get for being enlarged?
Advantage.
Oh, okay.
In this case, that's all it'll help him. I think he gets
The first one is a 16.
and saving throws.
Takes it. Because I rolled trash. I got a 14.
So possession is going to transfer to this guy here. Whoa. But the others are going to go before his turn goes here.
So what modifier am I using?
Cast their spells
For
first.
mine?
Actually, no.
Something
It
like
resets
that?
the second transfer is made. So they
Like
could have
mine.
done
Plus 4.
before. For now, we'll leave that as is. It's going to go with this guy's turn first now that he has possession. And then all of his team will move, and then y'all can go from there. So for that, he is going to dribble right there. He's moving away from you. For this, you can make an athletics check to try to get it away from him.
Dice.
It's so bad. I rolled 2 6s. So that's 10.
He got a 14. So he's going to move free and clear that direction. And then he is going to pass over to this person here. He needs a plus 12 on this roll. He rolls a bad roll. And it is going to go past the opposition and stand over there, outside of possession there. For that, on this side, this person is
Slowed.
super slow.
Half movement. And can only... I don't think he can take any actions. Let me see. Or it's like one action. Let's see. Let's see. It can't use reactions on its turn. It can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. You can't make more than one melee or excuse after its turn. Yeah, so it only gets an action or a bonus action, not both, and it's half movement speed.
Wonderful. For that, these guys are going to move down the field.
That's my guy.
Oh, that's yours. Sorry. this, because this team has lost possession, I don't think that we can have just anybody immediately pick it up from this side. So it'll come to him being ready to take possession, and whoever, like you, trying to take possession, and then whoever wins it out will go from there. So he's attempting to take possession, and man-to-man here. This guy's slowed. This guy hasn't moved yet. He's going to stay exactly where he is for now, but is going to cast Erupting Earth right over here. And so this is going to be difficult terrain. It's basically a big box here. It's going to affect both of you guys. For that, don't think it damages, but let's see.
Should.
You need to make a dexterity saving throw. So you need to beat a 15.
16 on the die.
You are good. So you're going to take some bludgeoning damage here.
Christy, that's your guy.
Mm.
4, 11.
Dexterity saving
Your
roll for your
NPC.
spear guy.
5 on the die.
Ooh. All right. So your guy, I'm going to write that down for it. Spear Dark. 20 damage to him, 10 damage for you. You're not concentrating on anything, so everything's fine. Yeah. But that is now a very difficult terrain there in the very center of this area. And it is immediately churns the earth into this difficult terrain. And it's not cleared until someone acts to clear it. And that is going to be each 5-foot square section. 1 minute. So like almost forever a permanent debuff in the center there.
So if somebody takes somebody down and they get a red card, are they ejected?
There's just going to be the penalty shot of having basically
Okay.
an immediately free throw. So, and if someone goes down and then they get downed again and then down again, like you can have someone just repeatedly trying to make kicks because they're like intentionally taking damage in a way to try to be that person.
But if they're down, are they brought back up and put back into the game?
This guy at the end of all the turns can make another wisdom saving throw against Cedric's spell.
Okay. That is an 11.
Cool. So he's still sled.
And I think that is all that they're going to do. So now we roll to y'all's turn here. And we're going to have this being possession, of trying to get possession. It's going to be a contested athletics roll. This guy has a +4.
Jesus.
Didn't even roll. You dropped that.
I mean, it just planted heavily.
Nah, he takes it. He got a nat 20.
Yeah. So with that, taking possession here, he's going to dribble further. And he has to make another contested as he moves past you. That's not.
Let's go.
Oh, the turntables.
So you, before he even gets away, you steal it out from under him, and now you have possession of the ball. You can either pass it, or you can start to move the ball and dribble it.
I'll dribble it forward.
You can
So,
probably use your action.
which
to disengage.
path? There's no action for
Oh, okay.
disengaging.
Wasn't sure.
Yeah.
No opportunity.
So just how far can I go? Because I technically
You
missed this.
Can go 40. You go 4 squares under normal movement, but with a dash, but you can go 80. So if you're not trying to cast a spell this turn, you can go 80.
I'll just go up to like almost in the next zone.
All right. You're passing within the distance of this guy, and it's within 20 feet for that. He's going to make his attempt to try and tackle that away from you. Actually, you could pretty easily ride the outside
That's
edge.
what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
So as you skirt the outside edge and go to that side, you just need to roll higher than a 10 on the athletics to keep it.
Athletics. Yeah. That is not. That's a 7.
So that's going to go in the direction you were going,
But that's
20 feet out.
Oh, that's with athletics.
Because you actually just kick it a little too far in front of you as you're moving.
Happens all the time. You're fine.
Yeah. The rest of you guys can make y'all's move now.
I'll go for the ball.
All right. So you step right up to it, probably,
Yeah.
and you'll be ready to take attempt for possession.
40, 50, 60.
Sweet. And anybody else in y'all's team want to move?
Could you bonus action dash and then take your action to try to get possession?
Yeah, that's
It's
I
going to be contested for possession because
Okay.
it went out of possession
Okay.
and
got
it's
it.
not in any possession at the moment.
Okay.
That's what I was
So you're just getting to the ball.
Okay. Cool.
Alright, so I'm rolling.
have an action?
Not yet. We're waiting for everybody else to do their
Nobody
turn.
on mine
I
was
still have
gonna
an
do
action.
anything.
Can I?
We're going to wait to solve it. Yeah.
Misty step and then move another 30 feet with my movement towards
Yeah.
Ronnie and
It's not my
Aaron.
name. Thorin.
So that's right there. That's 60 feet of movement.
Okay.
You want to move with your action as well?
How close am I to them? I look, I'm close to 30 feet from
About
him.
40 feet.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll dash to get the rest of the way.
The pass from here to here, as long as nobody's in your way, is still just 6 because you're all in the same zone.
I want to move this guy out.
Smart.
Did you want to move out of the difficult zone?
I can hover, so I'm fine.
Oh.
I'm just gonna fly up 5 feet and be okay.
Actually, can I do this instead of dashing? Can I cast Fairy Fire on the goal?
Fairy fire on the goal.
Would that give any sort of bonus to like
I love
shooting or anything?
I love it. Let's do it. Are you too far from the goal now?
If I don't dash, I think I'm close enough because it's 60 feet.
Okay.
Or if I needed to move closer
Yes,
to the
that
goal
would be
with
close
my
enough, right
movement.
You can
I
cast
could
fairy
do
fire
that.
on the goal. The goal is not fairy fired.
Should I leave this guy back? Mr. Soccerman?
I mean, he's kind of in the over there by himself. It might be better to have him closer to midfield so that if we lose possession, he can get there.
All right. Anybody else doing anything here?
I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip on this guy here, so he can't make a run for the ball. Well, theoretically.
Okay.
Intelligence saving throw of 17.
That fell on the target. That is a 14.
Okay.
So you're good. He is now affected under that.
13 points of psychic damage.
Beautiful.
Let's see. It can't take a reaction. On his turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. Only gets one.
Okay.
So he'll be able to get to the ball, but he can't make a play on the ball.
Yeah, you can't even dash, right? So,
No.
all right.
Can't even whistle.
So that's all y'all's move there. Ronnie's there. Now they're going to come her up here and slide into a defensive position before they attempt the possession. Making sure to put some bodies.
I'm confused why I couldn't take position before, or
Because it was out of possession, it's when it's lost, your team can't instantly recover it before the team gets a chance. The other enemy team gets to go.
Okay.
So essentially, you can get to the ball if you can,
Okay.
and then if they can get to it, if they couldn't get to it, you automatically have it.
Okay.
There's no contest. So they are shifting.
And it has to be athletics, right? I can't use acrobatics for contested.
Yeah, it has to be athletics. This guy's pretty slow. This guy can only move. And then
So do we zone or do we go man-man?
We zone.
So,
Auto zone.
auto zone. Now it's contested.
Okay.
So now you're rolling your athletics, and they're rolling theirs. 14 for it.
Dirty 20.
You're good. You now have possession. You have the ball right there. You have the attempt. You could just shoot it, which would be a little difficult because there are 3 defenders
We'd have
Yeah.
plus the goalie, and so that would add
only
plus 3,
athletics.
and then
If I
It
can
would
use
be a plus
acrobatics,
9
I'll
to
have
his
to take
roll.
a shot.
you could use acrobatics and your attack roll and add them together.
Okay.
And then the goalie rolls 3, takes the lowest and the highest, and then they're going to add 9 because of 3 defenders plus the distance.
But you'll have advantage because the
I
goal's
was
I have
gonna
advantage,
say
and I have a
what-
plus 10 acrobatics, and I can add a psych die if I need to.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
All right, so you go for a shot.
Yes.
All right,
Let me down.
so you're rolling 2
Higher
dice,
sides.
which your first roll is your attack roll.
Oh, first roll is the attack roll.
Yep. And I'm
So
rolling
that's-
3 acrobatics.
He would have advantage on that because of fairy fire.
Yes.
Okay.
17. Okay. Where's my arm strike? Plus 4. So that's 21 for attack, and then I add my athletics or acrobatics.
Do
to that.
another acrobatics roll
Okay.
for a finesse shot.
And is that one advantage?
Yes.
That's naturally.
Nice.
Let's go.
That's my
So this
third,
is
fourth,
just shoot as
fifth.
many times as possible, expecting to fail, basically based on how the goals end up.
Right.
Is that how real soccer works?
A lot of times you're making more attempts on the goal than you're getting success. So your second score was a total of
Second score was a total of 30.
30. So that's put you at 51 for your total.
And that was a nat 20, by the way.
Beautiful. With this, the roll is going to come out to you.
We dwarves are natural sprinters.
Soccer
He's
usually
old
have
fast.
like 4 to 5 scores. I wonder how many attempts are made on average in soccer.
So many.
Like 50 plus?
You beat him by 2 points.
Whoa!
And the ball, in a perfect orientation, hits the top left corner of the
I'm
goal.
gonna slide.
As
No fake an injury?
I start running around.
as if there was a crowd, it'd be going nuts. But it's just you guys. And as they completely, immediately, they're like, "Ugh, you were supposed to have him. You were supposed to block it. You had it. That was a perfect shot." And just back and forth and everything between everybody. As quickly, there is a move for y'all to reset as the goalie is about to take possession and start moving. Y'all can move to reset as he is gathering the ball. So
Okay,
you get
so-
one move.
Oh, everybody just gets one move.
Yep.
Okay.
Before he starts
Okay.
kicking the
To
possession.
get back in place.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of like that formation there.
Sure. I'll move 60 feet.
30, 40, 50, 60, 70,
Straight back.
90 here, yeah? Good,
Yeah.
good.
Looks good.
Do you want to come back, or are you gonna stay there?
Yeah, I'll run back
How much? Here we go.
60 feet.
Let's just.
If I need to jump over somebody, I can do that. Because I got
I'm
good
fancy
like that.
boots.
Did we move that one yet? Is that where we want him?
No, he can move
Yeah,
over.
we should move him.
Should we spread out more? Should I move somewhere
Actually,
else?
relaying.
move?
You should actually be close. Yeah, I moved him.
I missed an ability. That's fine.
No,
I
I
guess
guess
that's
that's you.
yeah,
my
This
side.
is
I'll
open.
move.
Do you want to move this way?
You
I just
actually
looked at it.
Probably
What
should
am I
just
doing?
hang out on this back line.
First one's a gimme.
Cool.
First one's a gimme.
What would it have added?
+5.
Well, you would have gotten.
He was going to use his reaction for shield.
Hmm.
You can shield?
You're using it to help yourself block.
Oh, maybe I should have been goalie. You have shield?
No.
It's fine.
Don't need it.
So, but with that,
We're not worried about this
moved?
gap at all.
everybody's moved?
I got it.
Yes, everyone's moved.
Cool. All right. He is over here going to dribble it out right there, just a little bit further. Successful. And is now going to use his action to catapult this ball as you see him
We didn't know I could do that.
kicking it all the way down to this guy. However,
So he beat a 24?
He cast a spell on the ball to send it 90
Not
feet.
that. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was a soccer term.
he's gonna-
No, that's what I
he's
was
just
doing
gonna-
with the
without
crowbars
having to have
every
the
time with
pass
Kelsey.
for that. This guy still needs to make a dex save to catch this thing. He does. As it right in the chest drops to his feet and is moved up in possession. For that, he's going to keep moving. Can't go too far, but he's successful. He is wanting to pass, but can't do anything until all of y'all return. But before y'all go, the rest of his team's going to move, and then y'all will be able to react and go.
That's me.
Not an issue.
Where should I put my erupting earth? Maybe like somewhere in here? Or
Yeah.
towards the back of the zone to prevent progression from the back of the zone.
Do we want to like use dice to actually get the actual where it is at?
Yeah.
Some D4, D6s or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so we know, because we're probably gonna have a lot of things
I'm
happen.
gonna use all. I mean, might as well use everything on it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
That's
And he's sharing that space.
way bigger than erupting earth, though.
Oh, I guess maybe I'm going too large.
It's 20 foot cube square.
I'm thinking of these are fives for some reason. So it is actually much more localized. Because that would be really that's 20. So it's really
Yeah.
just one patch. In that.
Cool.
A little 4x4
Cool, cool, cool.
All right.
or 2x2.
Sure.
Not that it affected much.
Yeah.
But now it's y'all's go.
Cedric is going to cast Dimension Door,
Ooh, nice.
and he's gonna move up to him.
And I'm gonna cast. What are you doing? Like basically 3. With
It's
one
just a
on-
2x2. If it's a 20-foot cube.
I'm gonna cast an erupting earth right there.
Guys, I have a
Perfect.
whistle.
Nice, perfect. I'm
Perfect for
going
the
to move back to be next to him, and then I'm gonna cast Wind Wall on the goal.
All right. So that lasts for a minute.
1 minute.
Okay.
I'm concentrating if there's a ring anywhere, but if not, I'll just throw a magical effect on myself. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
And let's see.
So as y'all both step up, you can make an athletics check against this guy for Cedric and the other guy. The other guy has a +4.
Okay, I don't know what Cedric's is.
Cedric's is
90.
is
Double
-1.
that,
So Cedric rolled an 8, and then the other guy rolled a natural
Should
15.
I go up
Okay,
and help
so
Cedric?
19.
No, stay
Yeah.
over here so they can pass you.
Okay.
Like if they
No
get
problem
possession.
there.
And then I'll put this guy.
I guess this guy might shift. No, he needs
It
to
might
stay
be
center.
good to keep our
Him.
guy kind of in here
Mm-hmm.
so that if we want to pass to him to get across the field,
Just maybe this guy
or
should
you can
just
take it up.
shift
We have
a
either
little bit,
option.
just in case they go.
Yeah, cover that back line. I'm gonna be moving backwards, but we also have a wind wall, so we should be covered for a minute.
And we're adding the highest and lowest of our 3 dex rolls together, plus whatever difficulties being added by defenders.
Right.
So small or smaller, flying creatures or objects can't pass through the wall. Loose, lightweight materials brought into the wall fly upward. Arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched at targets behind the wall are deflected upward and automatically miss. Boulders hurled by giants or siege engines and similar projectiles are unaffected. And then creatures in Gusher's form can't pass through it.
So finesse shot, there's no chance of getting through here. It has to slam through. Have any chance.
And it has to be at a ballista level of athletics.
Or catapult.
Yeah, maybe? I guess that's up to you.
Right?
You can read the words, but up to you completely.
All good.
Too
The
bad.
more text, the more OP the spell.
Alright, so all good?
You have to be one heck of a hit.
Alright. So as the wind wall erupts from there, you're focusing there. There's a little bit of attention on you to break concentration.
Oh yeah.
And it is now their go, as this guy here is going to attempt a pass with -3 from the opposition of being in proximity, and then with him passing to this guy here, it's a forward pass. So that's 12. He needs to be 15. It's a pass and not a shot on the goal. So there's not these people getting the defense of it. But there is a chance for, I think, y'all to take that possession. Let's see. Let me read it.
I'm too far away, and I don't think it'd be worth it for me to run all the way back to try to cast
Mhm.
Sanctuary on you.
You just need to stay down there for.
Yeah, you're the striker. You stay down.
Yeah, there's no penalty for passing right by you guys. It's only for the shots.
Making a goal is gonna be
So,
making a goal is gonna be like impossible because I rolled a 17 and a nat 20. And
For
I'm
this,
by
I
doing
mean,
that.
they
depends
did-
on
did
how many
okay, too,
people
on their
are.
side.
They had like 3
So-
defenders in the way.
Yeah.
that was a perfect roll as a natural 20 and has no opposition with that. Kicks that through, even with the penalties on this. For that, I guess this is a failure on my part to update you guys on the rules on this. If the player receiving a pass decides to pass again or shoot immediately, this will occur before any other movements, but all rolls will be with disadvantage.
So he can choose to take the shot at disadvantage or wait and not take disadvantage. Or it has to occur immediately.
Right. So, with that there, he could immediately try to shoot, but it's not going to. He's going to wait to shoot, and you'll have a chance to take possession of it, but he's going to move farther away, this way, and he has to make his dribble roll, which he does just barely. He gets a 10. And so possession's still in the hand. Now these guys are going to go. With them calling out, "Wind walls on the blocked off!" And this one's going to, just from where they are right there, just cast Hold Person on you. So
Not
for
the first time I've had this happen to me.
Nightmares.
what is your roll? You need to beat a 16.
I got a 19.
You are good on that. And the guy that is right beside you is just going to try and break it by giving you a good slap in the schnoz. That is a 16 to hit.
Shield.
Use your reaction. Has no effect on that. And this guy here is going to slide up this side and is going to do Scorching Ray. No, he'll use Magic Missile. It's just going to be three prompts of concentration.
And they all
Oh wait, shields automatically. So he'll just Scorching Ray, man. Go for that. So.
Oh, that's so rude.
He would know.
He would definitely know. So, and it's still hard to overcome your shield with this.
Yeah,
That's a 21,
just hits.
a 22,
Hits.
and a miss. So you got to make 2 con saves. Just beat a 10 on each one. And they're going to take 18 points of damage.
That's a fail on the second one. That's a natural 2.
Wind wall is down. And
We'll get a
For
chance
that-
before they
How much damage did you say? 20?
18.
18.
This guy's so slow.
We'll have another chance though, because we'll have a chance before they
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, the heavy offense going nuts over here. And it's now y'all's turn.
Do we want to just reposition, or do you want to just recast Wind Wall? Risk them taking it off again.
I'll, Cedric's gonna Dimension Door again. 4th level. Or is it 5th level? I can't remember. I think it's 4th level.
4th.
Dimension Door. Boink.
Boink, boink.
Boink, boink.
Okay.
This guy's gonna move to be in line in case he's not in line.
And then I'm going to...
I guess I will cast another Erupting Earth. That guy's gonna take some damage.
I'm gonna cast Sleep at 3rd level on the goalie.
Oh, that can be complicated.
I'm gonna move this guy back
Nice.
5 feet so he doesn't take.
Oh, that's pretty solid.
Shoot, I guess I'll wait then.
16,
be in contest.
26, 29.
Do it here.
39, 47, 50, 52
50.
HP.
50 is what you needed.
Let's go!
Incredible.
He's sleeping.
Don't hurt him.
How does that last?
So somebody else shakes him awake or
Long enough.
So can this guy use his action to try to take the ball now?
yes, because he's been delivered via that spell.
So I guess I'll roll for him. Woo. Ooh, that's a natural 7 on the die.
Plus the modifier here, that's an 11.
For him?
The 7 was plus 4, right?
Yeah, so 11.
So they're tied. Nothing happens.
Yeah. I'll fly up to...
And I'll run this way with my movement.
Should I put the wind wall like here, you think?
Maybe just position to, when we recover, get it downfield at this point, because it's very low chance they make it.
Yeah, that's true.
We just need
with
to
that many
like.
defenders in the way.
Ooh, you're close to me.
Me?
10, 20... Hold on. Can you move any more?
Yeah, I can move.
Can you come up to me? Within 30 feet of me? I'm gonna stay over here next
I can only
to...
move like 50, so I have 40 more feet.
Beautiful, just fly over.
10, 20, 30, 40.
I actually have to stay over here. That's unfortunate. I'll be here.
Wait, diagonal is 15?
Every other,
Yeah.
So is that
It's
the-
okay.
Is it still the same?
I'm casting haste on
pretty
you.
much.
Okay.
Double movement speed, and you get an extra action.
Alright then.
Because we have a clear downfield right now if the possession turns
Yeah.
over.
It's
Yeah.
so free.
So.
Well, I'm gonna be moving.
Yep, that's the goal.
Actually, the goal's over there.
That's a hundred. That's I can move 180.
Playing a joke and it was funny.
Still, I can move 180 feet and still have an action.
He's gonna. Did we already move him?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Let's move him next to this guy just in case. Oh, this guy needs to make a wisdom saving throw for the last turn.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna catch up, my guys.
All right, that looks pretty good to me. I think we're pretty defended here.
So, waiting to make the shot till now makes it to where not at disadvantage, and the wind wall is down.
Mm-hmm.
This striker, Kale Throw, was the one that was so bummed about playing and pushed to do this. You hear someone go, "Give him the old Thunderfoot!" as she pulls her foot back, and you hear a little crack, and it's like this thunder step happens. As it's not the teleportation like thunder step, which would be pretty sick. This instead cast Earth Tremor around her right as her foot connects with the ball. And this, the creatures around her need to make dexterity saving throws or be knocked prone from the force of this kick.
I think that's my guy.
So that is Cedric and your guy.
Get back here.
It's an 11 for Cedric.
Prone! Prone! Both of you knock prone as this shakes the ground under your feet. You'll have to knock both of them over. As there's one defender between the goal and there, as her shot is being sent on. You need to make 3 acrobatics checks and take the lowest and the highest. And it is...
And add 1 modifier? Or 2 modifiers?
It's going to be... you're adding...
The lowest and highest in 1 acrobatics or 2 acrobatics?
Both acrobatics.
Okay.
Alright. And you're going to add plus 7 to your roll here.
27, 37, 45, and how much extra?
7.
7, so 52.
Which is 1 higher than what you... Because you did 51 to score, so you're defending with 52. $53. Right on the dot there, buddy.
Yeah, gummit.
As this crazy wicked speed, as the leg kicks under this, and you see scorch marks left across the turf. It flies, and it is like you are fast enough, and it hits your hands and passes through into the net. You're like, "Ah!" So now they're all going to start moving to reset for y'all's possession.
And I can move too, right?
No, you have to stay still as a goal because you're about to be passing or moving.
Question. Can Cedric have casted Featherfall to make the...
No,
Okay.
unfortunately. This is not fall, it's just falling prone.
No, not on falling prone on the ball.
To make it move slower.
That's a great idea.
I was
I
trying
would say
to...
because he's prone on this, like, and that happens so quick.
Okay.
But because I don't want to reverse it either.
Right. I was trying to...
However, in the future,
yeah.
that might be a great tack.
I was trying to get to the page fast before all that.
Oh, we're
going back
already.
Move up and try to boot it to
Give me the ball, coach.
bookkeeper, because if I don't, it's just going to go up to you in the zone anyways.
Do
Like, when it's my turn to move the ball, I'm going to move up, try to boot it to him, because even if I don't, it's just going to roll into you, so you'll be within proximity of it anyways.
Okay.
That's where you move. All right. This guy.
So that would be 12 because he's in the, yeah.
All right. So now it's y'all's turn here. Y'all's possession.
So
They can stand up.
If I try to kick it and fail, it moves 20 feet. The ball moves 20 feet into the next zone in a line.
Past your intended target.
20 feet past you? No, that's actually not
Yeah.
that bad.
It's just no longer in possession. and then it goes back to contest
So
possession.
I'd be 1-2 zone, so I'd be needing to roll a 12.
So forward zone is 12. 2 zones is 18.
I thought 1 zone was 6.
That same zone
Within the
is 6.
same zone.
So if you want to shoot to a guy in your zone, it's 6 that you have to beat. If you shoot to the next zone, you just need to beat a 12.
But if I fail, it's gonna go past him.
Right.
Seems like a good option.
Right.
Just not in any of his possession. It'll still be contested.
I'm gonna try to boot it to him. So, so that's got to be an 18. Athletics. 19.
Let's go.
So with that, you give a whop of a kick, and you beat the 18, no problem, and send it 2 zones for a long shot all the way up to Relaine. The goalie right now is asleep.
So they only get
You
a plus
can
7.
pass or shoot immediately at disadvantage.
But it'd be canceled by Fairy Fire.
I was gonna say, would it be canceled by Fairy Fire, and because I'm enlarged, so I
It
would
is
do straight
canceled
rolls
by
on
that.
both.
So it just straight roll.
Let's do it.
All right. There is one person there in between you, but he is not goaltender. So he can't do anything. So no matter what, it doesn't matter. There's nobody to defend. You. Well, actually, you are in zone. You are in this zone.
Yeah.
So there is some difficulty. So as long as you don't botch it, give it a go.
Okay. So it's an attack roll and an athletics
Because
roll.
it would be the distance. You're in here, so. It's actually, you need to just beat a 19 because you're in zone 2. Every 10-foot square counts as 2 instead of 1. If you want to try and travel and then shoot, oh no, you can't travel because you can
Right.
either shoot or pass.
So
So-
it's just one roll that I'm making, an attack roll, essentially.
You have to make an attack roll and an athletics or acrobatics,
Okay.
and you add all that together.
Okay.
So the unarmed strike attack roll.
So that'd be
That was a 16 on the die, I think.
it was a 13.
13 on the die.
So 13
So the-
plus your unarmed.
Would be 20 total.
You have a +7 for your unarmed. Strong boy.
I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Let me
So
double
with
check.
that, a 20
Yeah.
beats the 19, and you don't even
I
need
have
to
a
roll the
plus 10
second
with
one.
the mace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 20 beats the 19. You don't even roll your second dice. As you guys are up 2-1. As still asleep, he was about to wake him up, and you had an excellent kick all the way to the end,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah, I should've played soccer.
immediately followed up. Wonderful. As they were just like, "You cheap bastard!
From the old Thunderfoot!
Get up, you stupid!
Shut up, Thunderfoot.
Stop sleeping on the job!" It's like, they're going to further.
So we get a chance to move now, right? Everyone gets a chance to move up to our movement. To
That was
reset?
so quick. Yeah, so I'll get one chance.
I moved these 4 and then these 2 already.
Okay.
I haven't moved you guys.
Can I
though.
go to contest him if I can? I can't
Come
make
on
it there.
You can make it anywhere you want.
I know, but can I? So I
You
can-
can't get to him.
I can't get
You
inside.
can get
That'd be
any one of
offsides.
his- Yeah, you'd be
If
off.
you ran past that defender.
Technically, no, because the ball is still there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
As long as it's, yeah.
Because we don't have possession.
You
so
can
it would be
vary, you
offsides.
definitely
You
can.
can walk up to
As
the
long-
goalie after.
If the goalie is.
like they just saved it, they can have it in the hands. You can go
okay,
up to 'em.
no, yes, kind of. You have to be kind of finessey
Depending on
with
the
it.
ref.
Yeah, you have to be kind of finessey with it.
Oh, I'm good at finesse.
There's like, I can't remember the exact
Got
rule,
the
but I
finesse
probably
game.
wouldn't. I probably wouldn't allow it. But
I don't think it would be very loud.
if he puts it on the ground to kick it, then yes. But if it's
Yeah.
in his hand going to punt it, you can't disrupt a punt.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen here.
Ah,
I
poop.
get like that one call
You can
where
take
they
and defend
just
one
roll
of the
and get
defenders,
tackled over
you
the
know.
stage.
Yeah.
and go that direction. It just doesn't translate perfectly
Yeah.
for this.
Is that the best
Would
place to
I
be?
also be able to move, or since I kicked the goal, would I have to
You
stay
can
where
move.
I'm at? Okay. Then I'm gonna move over here and block this one.
Okay.
I can get this guy to cover this guy.
Has this guy moved? Oh, this is one of our
No,
guys.
that's
What are we
No.
going to?
Oh.
Spears.
We're going to 3?
Mhm.
Yeah, first 3.
Okay, I mean that's pretty much it. But he's gonna go to one of those guys probably, so we probably need to shift over that way a little
I
bit.
can move more. I think I'm all the way over.
Okay, then do that.
And this guy can go.
He can.
20, 30, 40. He can go here, or he can go here.
If we leave him in the center, he could react to either though, like on the line.
I'll use my action to. Oh.
Leave him here.
Yeah, just it'll be all right. If he goes to that guy, we can.
So I've moved these. I've not moved any of those.
I'll move
This
him
guy-
60 up.
I mean, I could just be here, next
No,
to this
no,
guy, because
I'll
this
keep him
guy's
there.
close, so he probably won't pass them anyways.
It'd probably be safer to go to that guy. Make him earn the yardage.
All right. So for that, I think that's all we're gonna do. And for this, going for the kick here, is going to pick to go to 2 zones and take it right back to Kelgathor.
She's up here.
Really quickly, he can probably make another save at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see.
I'm trying to remember the.
Yeah, he succeeds. He's out of being pro most of the entire game.
All right, cool.
So for this, athletics on this one is really pretty good, but still needs to beat an 18. So with this plus 7, just need to get a 11 or higher.
Head in here.
That's a 1.
So that's out of possession now, and people can move to that ball and make their turns.
So should he take
Um,
it back to me?
Y'all
Try to
can
move
go
it?
ahead and move your turn, and then they can move their turn.
Okay.
Or should he just kick it straight to the lane and go for it? Because there's no one in between lane and the goal right now.
Yeah, I mean, we move him here.
That's
not
ours.
That's theirs.
That's fine.
Oh,
It's me that's gonna have to.
yeah.
We'll have him go up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move here.
Okay, over here for the line shot.
So that person's attempting possession, and it's going to be versus another.
I'm going to cast Gust of Wind.
Yeah.
There you go.
And,
Oh, yeah. I'm going to wait till everybody's done on their turn.
I'm gonna
we're
cast
going,
Gust of
so we're
Wind.
gonna try again on the goalie.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you're going to try to sleep him again,
Yeah,
and you are
Casting Gust of Wind.
just a win.
it's not as good.
They need to both make dex saves or strength
Um,
save.
Just give me one. I think it's strength saves.
That's all you need.
17, 18, 21. I'm gonna have to roll really high on these. Ooh,
Don't give me false hope.
29, 36. No, that's not enough. It's 41, 43. That's
Oh.
not enough.
It's not enough. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing that because I'm concentrating on haste and I forgot about that.
Okay.
That would be bad if I did that.
Okay.
I do have an action still, so I'm just gonna 10, 20, 30 get next to there, and as my action, cast Tasha's Mind Whip at 3rd level and get both of these guys.
Okay. They made him make intelligence saves,
Intelligence.
and there's no
saves.
con save on this for you.
No.
Concentration or anything.
Non-concentration.
They both fail.
So they're both gonna take. That's that. 9 points on the one person. I guess it would just be one instance of damage, right?
Right.
9 to both. Sure, 9 to both. And they
If I cast Dissonant Whispers on the goalie, does he have to run away from the goal?
cannot take a
What
reaction.
is Disney
It can only move,
It's
take an action, or a bonus action. It
if
only
a
gets
person fails
one.
the save, they have
Okay.
to run
So
as
it
far away
cannot
from me as
get the
possible.
ball this next turn.
Yeah. So with that, they can only do an action, bonus action, or move.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So as they
I guess he'd have to run.
Wisdom saving throw. Failed save takes 3.
Yeah, I guess he'd have to run like
Must
towards the
immediately
corner of the
use
field.
its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
So with that, that's y'all's movement. Everybody's act called for. Now it's theirs as Cloudstep's going to call over.
Giants wise.
And Sigrun, the Wind Whisperer, is going to be like, don't worry, guys. I'll got this one. 30, 60, and Misty Step.
Counterspell.
This one's going to counterspell and counterspell. So you're gone. All good. This
He
guy.
can't take reactions.
Oh, he can't with Tasha's. Oh. So with that, the Misty Step immediately is gone. Oh, I thought I had it. What? Frustration from him. As this guy here is going to look to you, and what's the best thing he has here? He doesn't have anything good ranged to break your concentration, specifically for that one. So it's just going to move up through the wall. That's it. This one is going to move up as well. Can't do anything else. Well, no. Could do an action to try to break. He does have something. So he's going to try to break your concentration on haste. Let's see. Actually, just do hold person again.
Okay. Is that cocked, guys? It's a natural one, but it looks pretty cocked to me.
Over here, it's yeah.
D6 doesn't sit on it.
That's a 15.
15. That is the save that you need. So you tie it, meets it, beats it. You are good, and that's not much they can do with that. Lovely. Going to shift this way. Shift this way. And shift this way. Shift this way.
Oh, you allergic?
No,
No,
Oh.
he's
I'm trying to get pretty.
Oh, nice.
To show
This
this.
way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their turn. So for this, you're going to roll for possession. He cannot compete, so there's just, you get it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he only had his movement from that one, from the Mind Whip. So that is it. You have possession with that character. You can either move, pass, or
Score.
try to shoot, which is pretty much impossible.
Yeah. So if I shot it to myself, I'd have to beat a 12.
2 zones, because it's
Un momento, por favor.
that would be 18.
18.
You can't go.
I cannot go.
It is only the possession's turn first.
Oh. Okay.
And if I try to move, somebody can contest and take.
Correct. They can try to contest it.
And then take a reaction that they don't have.
No.
So if I pass it to her, it's only
Because
12?
the initiative's weird. Technically, that round's completely gone. Say what?
If I
I
pass
think
it.
it's the same because he's in this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're in that one. So it's the same to anything in Zone 5 and Zone 6.
Well, I mean,
is
I
gonna
guess it'd be
an
the same
18.
as when you passed it forward. It would just go
Well, they have a goalie now, but yeah.
past me. We got 2 people up here.
But probably to hers best because it
Would
goes
it
to no
matter
man's
if the
land.
wording is
Okay.
can't take a reaction until the end of his next turn?
No, because just the way the progression was.
Okay. Just checking.
All right, I'm gonna pass.
Essentially, that full round of trying to take possession was that.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass it to Aria, and that's just an athletics check to pass?
Yeah, just athletics. You just need to beat. Because she has a person man-to-man on there with her, it's a -3 to your roll. So you need a 21 or better.
Okay. Do that. 12.
Total?
No, I don't know what his modifier
Oh,
is.
plus 4. So with that,
16.
There's 20 feet past.
Yep. Gives a good kick. Ends up on the other side.
That's better.
And so now it is both everybody's next turn, everybody can go now. He's going to move up for possession. He's going to move up for possession. He's
I
going
am
to
too.
keep man to man. Are you moving for possession?
Yep.
Should I just
I'm gonna go
do
here.
another
He's
erupting
going to move
earth over
to
there?
you for man.
Hey, can I
Keep
cast a
him from
spell?
moving?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Dissonant Whispers on the goalie.
Okay.
That's a
He's gonna
DC 13 wisdom.
counterspell that.
Oh, poop.
I'm scared of that.
Can I do another
He's already
one?
been abused. On this turn.
But I have 2 actions.
You can't do 2 spell slots.
Even if it failed?
Yeah, not the same.
Yep.
2 spell slot casting in the same turn is not possible.
Unless you action surge.
That's true. The only instance. You're not fighting.
Then I will move back.
Should we keep him on him? I guess there, and then
I gotta be out here.
You can go double contest
You can do
them.
I guess so.
He's actually going to
There's
say
nothing over here, so these guys probably should shift, huh? Something like that.
Just keep him above that guy because he's offsides.
Like that.
Last guy.
So
Nope, one more back behind you. Nope, this guy. Boink. Technically, you know, if we were actually playing soccer, if the ball was over here, we would all be up
so
here.
offsides
But-
is when he's past
Yeah.
our guys this way? Okay,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter
So
about the zone.
everyone would have to shift to the other, but we're blurring some things.
Yeah.
Um,
Formation is not formationing, but
right.
we can't, so.
So now everybody's moved, and now we have the possession attempt. So there are 4 people vying for possession. It's just whoever gets the highest roll out of that. So Relaine and Arya, see what you got.
It's athletics.
Correct.
I get advantage on that. That's
22 is my highest.
23.
Got him.
Nice.
So with that, Relaine gets possession, and Relaine gets to go.
Shoot it, Relaine.
If you shoot, it'd be disadvantage because you just got
Don't
possession, I believe.
Shoot it.
Right.
Pass at disadvantage too?
No, actually, with this possession, you can shoot at not because you didn't just receive
because
it
we
from
just
someone
took
else.
possession.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. So you could shoot
Yeah.
at not disadvantage. Fairy Fire is still on there. So you
Dude.
have advantage on it.
That's the win right
There's
there.
people between
Yeah.
you.
I think that's the move. I think I'm going to shoot it. That's a natural 20.
Let's go.
Oh, baby.
So
I don't like that.
27 on that attack roll. And then I also make an athletics check if I need to.
Yeah, so you have your unarmed attack, and then you have your athletics attack.
So it's 27 for the unarmed attack with
Okay.
a natural 20. And then athletics is a dirty 20. So 47.
That's pretty good.
And you said 47 total?
Can somebody counterspell shield from where they are?
I don't think anybody's close enough.
No, I'm way too far. Even if I had distance spell. Too far.
That right there is going to come out to 35.
So even
And is going to use shield, but can't because it counterspelled your distance.
Let's go.
So ball.
Maybe we should start a pro
As
Zamboya or whatever this is called.
all of them are just like, I told you we needed practice. I told you we weren't ready. There's just a couple of.
So what was this game called?
Sounds like
Zargon.
beating up the
Zargon.
vote, and he does not mean.
As feelings are hurt, as you guys class really stomped him pretty fast overall. Putting him to sleep, so clutch, instant, just no contest really. Even with a little bit distant, crazy long kick,
Lucky.
Did I cover all
successful.
3 of our goals?
I got one.
Okay.
Yeah, first
The new
and then second and
finisher.
third.
Yeah.
And you finished the dragon thing too. No. What was the other thing?
The Leviathan.
The Leviathan.
Yeah. Let's go.
The moonbeam. He's the new
My
one.
power band, let's go.
So, as this crazy montage of spellcasting soccer kicks off into a wonderful event of erupting earth and scorching kicks and putting people to sleep and trying to hold person other people and counterspelling spells and back and forth movements like crazy speeds, you teleporting people all across the map back and forth, and a wonderful show of force, 3-1. You guys crush the opposition of these much larger and overall suited to play this. Y'all creative use of spellcasting and rolling very well crushed it. And while they're a little bit bitter, a little bit upset, they honor the agreement. Thank you guys for playing. And look to exchange names with all of you guys. You give them all your fake names.
All of them?
Yeah.
Booch, Shane,
That's
Sam,
so
Craig.
That's like a group 20 names.
Yeah. And in turn, you guys get to meet all of them. Thaldric was the first guy that y'all spoke to. Talked to Gormick, which was the goalkeeper. And then Kelthra was the striker. The other players that played with y'all on your team was Bragnar, Morn, Kaldor, and Fjorn. And then Ylva, Durnak, Sergen, Thornik, Ivelga, Korvik, Tork, and Grisha were all on the other team. It's hard for y'all to even remember all of those as they were fired off in rapid succession. So if you got any, great. If you didn't, they're never never to be repeated again. Unless we had one reference episode. No.
Somebody will get inspiration for remembering 5 of those next time.
But with that,
I actually have a feat that lets me recall that.
yeah, you could try.
No, I have elephant's memory.
It's not a May ability.
Dang it.
If I spend a minute thinking, I can accurately recall any face, name, or location you've been to in the past 10 years.
Let me just copy and paste these over for you.
And the recall increases for every minute I spend thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I can over-remember.
All right, I'm pasting it into Discord.
Thanks.
Incredible.
I'm just glad none of you don't have like perfect keen mind or something like that, you know.
For free.
This is just
Oh,
face and
yeah,
names.
I remember everything.
This is just face and names, right?
That was gonna be
I
my
remember
next level.
Shabor, Gabal, and whoever else we fought. Totally.
And now I have no more
Um,
spells.
Yeah, we're gonna walk into a fight right on the other side of the game. now. This
The
is just to get rid of
captain was
resources.
Thaldric. The goalkeeper was Gormok. And then the main striker was Kaelthra. And the rest are in Discord.
Sick. Thank you.
After the awkward concession of defeat and some patting on the backs of success and others just having a super fun time, while some are way too competitive, others are just enjoying the break from what was just a boring day and and excited. They eventually send you guys on your way.
I'd like to watch while whoever cleans up the poop cleans up the poop.
They draw straws, and the most bitter, Kalthra, is the one that has to do it.
Take an action to save her.
And she goes, "This is not fair. This is horse."
You made the funny.
Take note, Ryan.
Yeah. Write that down.
As you guys grab your stuff and
Say it stinks.
you head out, and they thank their new dwarven friend and get on the way.
We don't need the cart anymore, do we?
Just leaving the car.
Just abandon the premise.
Yeah.
Keep the
We
card.
won.
Yeah.
It was an expensive cart, to be fair.
You paid 150 gold for that card. The Oberon's probably still inside of it.
Yeah.
Didn't we have a bard at some point?
I found myself in the Giant District alone. But
Again.
Help, it's again.
you guys start to push across the gate, and it's a decent, still little jaunt to the central trading hub. As you pass across the gate itself and the massive structures and large, massive statues to each of the major giant kinds. You see the largest and tallest and most impressive storm giant likeness, and the next behind that being a cloud giant.
Do
Then,
I recognize them?
huh?
Do I recognize
As
them?
their visages?
And as the head of the school.
No, well, it's in the storm giant likeness is not the same appearance, and very
Generic.
clearly not.
Okay.
So, you don't know if this is into a old leader or a current. This is the current leader. There's no plaques. There's no. There's
How rude.
there's just these massive sculptures.
Which one you start with in character builder?
Default.
So one day maybe you'll learn that maybe what these are, how they represent this. But right now you can tell they're denoting the different races, going to the fire, to the frost, stone, and hill. And as you guys cross the largest bridge in width of all of the bridges, being the giant bridge. It's a giant bridge. You guys walk over the giant bridge. It's a long walk across the canal and passageway for trade that goes around the entire central trading hub. And as you're walking and stepping across into the new grounds of the central trading hub, you are on the outskirts of it and are in the outer trading areas and some of the dock sides and warehouses, and there isn't too much further up ahead before there are a few inner fields of the central trading hub that separate you between the main squares.
I'm going to take my hat off.
Yeah. Whole story we concocted. All we would have had to do is challenge him to a game of Lorgenborg.
That's good to know for if we need to get back in.
Yeah.
It's a backup plan.
So, as you guys leave there,
Is this how business is done?
you have the fields ahead and the great markets ahead of you, knowing already pretty well the layout of the central trading hub. You guys are 2 districts away from the human district, with the angel being the most closest proximity to your right. So it goes giant, angel, humans. To the left, from the giants, going the other direction, is dwarves, then warforged. So, as you head into the central trading hub, what's y'all's mission? It is almost about to be fully dark. The sun is wonderfully setting into the end of this session. And as you walk into the central trading hub, what's y'all's goal?
Should probably find an inn.
Start a soccer team.
Find the college town next to the library.
All right. So you guys travel further to find an inn closest to the academy or the library.
I guess we're gonna drop him off, huh?
Academy
Whatever's
probably.
closer.
Yeah, whichever's closest to us currently, I guess.
For that, the academy is definitely closer.
Alright, let's do that one then.
Academy.
So the academy is actually pretty close to the elves and mystics. So you guys are almost going directly across the central trading hub. You're going to be passing through all of the good markets. With what you guys have expended now, y'all are pretty tapped. Overall, a little bit tired. Not much on the damage side, but well tapped in spells and such. As you venture into the sun, I mean, you're fine. You were just sitting in a goal the whole game.
Yeah, I missed the one shot. I came
Hey, they missed 3. There's no saves this day. I would have saved the first one if I remember shield, but I was dumb. It needed practice. That's what it was.
Did it.
He was still groggy. He was groggy beforehand. That's why the sleep went
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, that's true. I've been sitting around on their thumbs all day. But,
Ouch.
yeah.
They got big thumbs.
They do. They're giant thumbs. The biggest thumbs. Just ask anybody.
The biggest.
They're called the thumb manufacturer, and they wear it the biggest.
But as you guys move to your direction, the sun is setting, and you're stepping into a fairly lively market squares and the grand markets. There's some kind of festival that is going on, and there are quite a bit of lights and lanterns and music playing, and occasionally seeing a firework go off or two. And seems to be a lot going on at the moment. And we'll jump into y'all's progression through the city next time we pick up and play. Thank you guys for humoring me with playing soccer.
It was more
It
important
was
fun.
fun.
So, I mean, it was kind of crazy. But it's a kind of a hint at some of what you could possibly stretch in the game. If you can think it, you can do it. But thank you guys so much for playing
It was fun.
and having a just a bunch of silly, fun interactions and little problems and solves. Can't believe y'all killed that person's parents.
Call Messi. He's next.
Yeah,
We did no such thing. Auberon did that by himself.
Did he kill both of them?
Yeah. That was after he left the temple and went off on his own.
No, not the
Father,
Goliaths.
The kid, when we
The
got
ones that tried to
Cedric.
kill Cedric.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Cedric's life is more valuable than theirs, so.
Oh yeah, we're all guilty for that.
Yeah, you're all guilty.
We watched
Oh, well.
and laughed.
Watched and laughed.
Don't do bad things.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't eat children.
Yeah. Not a problem, right?
Get Messi on the field. It's time.
Well, thank you guys so much. We hope you have a wonderful week.